Finding those levels, too. Look at that four-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. And Shakur meeting them with straight left hand.
Oh, and there's a knockdown scored with the left hand.
Right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother, Just Due.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the family. We back again. we back again with another episode of the days of our lives. We back with another episode of General Hospital. We back with another episode of One Life to Live. Y'all know we gonna have some fun and laugh today, man. Y'all know why I'm laughing, man. Y'all know what time it is. Huh? Listen, man, you rocking with your boy. Make sure you double tap the screen. Make sure you sub to the channel. Hit that bell icon, man. Make sure you hype the live up, man. Or, you know, go to the like button, scroll over, hit the hype button, hype your boy live. Get this live out to many people as possible. We're going to have some fun. We're going to laugh. They're going to cry. They're going to punch the air. We're going to laugh. They're going to cry. We going to keep laughing. Another episode of Days of Our Lives. Oh, shit, man. Another day to build on this boxing, man. My bad. 2 days in a row, my bad. Hey, yo. Oh, fucking shit, yo. Man, yo, y'all gotta pardon me, man. It's just funny. This shit is hilarious, man. You gotta laugh to keep from being pissed off about it. I gotta tell you. Let me say what's up to the fan before we get to it. Cal Cooler, blessings, family. Shout out to my bro Dante's Boxing Talk. What's good? Marcus in the building. Son of God, my dog. What's good? Blunt Sports is in the building. Cash Sports. What's good? Box Story. How you feeling, bro? Hope you enjoyed your birthday the other day too, man. Blunt, yeah, man. Sitcom Simply a Mary J. Peace Queen, man. It's hilarious, man. Look, I had to come on here and live just to let y'all know how I feel. This shit is it's hilarious. Oh shit. Shout out to the fan, man. Yeah, say see a boot fight within the next 6 months. Actually, if he fights within the next 6 months, I mean, shit, he should, right? I would hope. He already right back in the gym, which is good for Boots, man. I love to see that, man. He's just right back at it. He ain't letting up. He got his, he got his feet on the ground, man. He dipped his toe in there at 154, and he looked like he's ready to go. Hopefully, we see him sooner than later. I'm hopeful that he will. You know what I mean? 6 months seem like an extremely long time. He seemed like he shouldn't have to be out that long because they talking about him fighting for the first quarter of next year, the first quarter. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cameron Terrell. What's good? I know the truth, but you're cool. You still have your opinion about some things. What you talking about, Cameron? What you talking about, champ? Talk to me, man. We here to talk about it, laugh about it, cry about it if you want. Punch the air. Yeah, he could possibly get back in there before 6 months. It ain't gonna be with the name, though. That's the thing, Amira. It's not gonna be with the name that people want to see the most. That I know. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no Vergil Ortiz, and it ain't gonna be that. You know what I'm saying? I don't see that. And reason being, one reason is Virgil fighting Lubin. He got to deal with that, right? He still got to beat him. And those two teams got to get on the same page. Like, I'm all for it. They saying first quarter. So I'm thinking it could happen, but something tells me it's not going to be one of them names. I could swore YSM came through and he was saying Abbas Baru was the guy, which is why they end up having him fight for the interim title. You know what I'm saying? Cold front blowing in, gonna be a nigga fall. You know it. He can fight Charlo. I love to see it, but I think Charlo gonna probably get a welcome back fight, possibly something like that. He says one day you'll become a UFC fighter. Shit, keep grinding. Shubham, I don't want to say your name around. Shoot, shout out to you. Keep grinding, man. You know. I hope you make it to the UFC, man. Good vibes over here, man. Keep pushing. You know what I mean? But let's talk about it, yo. I came on laughing, man. Some of y'all probably already know why. Got to talk about it. We got to get to this, man, because it's only right that I give my just due on it, you know? It was a conversation that started like last night, and it was 17. Yeah, keep grinding, bro. Good luck, man. I hope you make it, yo. And remember, man, you make it, man, come back and talk to me, man. Let's do an interview, man, when you up there, man, you know? But let's talk about it. Yeah, talk to me, Cameron. I don't know what you was talking about. And we're going to get to this, though, because he said he know the truth. I know what you was getting at, but talk to me. That's why we here. We here over here. It's a boxing conversation, not a debate or argument, but we're going to make it make sense. You know, like I said last night, there was some conversation being brought up about one of Shakur tweets. One of Shakur tweets. That kid from Jersey that they say nobody watch. Yeah, that dude, the guy that they say is not exciting to watch, the guy that they say is boring, the guy that they say is scary. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, one of his tweets, I ain't even gonna say it went viral, but one of his tweets sparked some controversy, man. And just like Wolves, man, people seen it, they assessed it, they added their little spin to it, and they made it more than what it actually is, right? So You know, it's this big thing. You know, I see it. I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere, even if you don't see me, right? So I see people trying to push the narrative that Boots gets just as much hate as Tank and blah blah blah, and that's false for one. That's not even legit. You know what I'm saying? That's not even legit. If we being all the way a buck, all the way 100, the criticism that Boots is receiving is because of how he's being promoted versus how he's being matched up. Now I'm on the side of Boots because I feel like all those names and all those fights is coming his way. It's just a matter of time, and Eddie Hearn got to do his job. I think Boots gonna do his, and Eddie Hearn got to do his, right, by making sure he offering up the right kind of money to make these guys get in the ring with his fighter. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, but you know, since he's fought, you know, Usman Lima, he went out there this past Saturday, stopped him in the first round. You know, phenomenal stoppage, man. I thought he looked good. I would have liked to see him more, but his dad was very specific with his instructions. You know, he told Jaron Ennis, he told Boots, don't go out there, don't play with him at all. Don't play with your food. And Boots did exactly that. He listens to his dad, and if you know the history between them, whenever he listened to his dad, he's pretty much always been successful. Like you get me, it's the times where he not listening to his dad is when he's had some lapses in the ring and things like that. But other than that, when he switched on to listening to Pops, you know, he's always successful. And that was the case when he got in there with Lima. So he went out there, stopped him. It was an impressive stoppage. I don't give a damn, you know, who he was. You know, big name, little name, it don't matter. The dude was within the top 10. So I'm not tripping about it. I'm not about to go overboard and lose my mind just because you know, it wasn't one of the biggest names. I get it, all the criticism, man. You know, Eddie Hearn saying this and that, and you know, he fighting this guy or that guy. I get it, bro, but it's only one fight. And the fact that Boots made extremely short work of it lets you know just what kind of time he on at 54. I think the future is bright for him up there, and people just got to sit back and enjoy the show. I'm going to sit back and enjoy the show. You know what I'm saying? I am, but you know, after he got his business done, you know, just like any other fight, everybody got their assessments, everybody got their criticisms and critiques, and you know, people were laying into Boots pretty much for the competition, right? You had a number of guys come out directly and say things. One of them being Erickson Lubin, who got a fight coming up with Vergil Ortiz, the guy that they want to see Boots in there with the most, right? He said, man, Lima wasn't shit. Like, come on, man, you should have moved up and fought X, Y, and Z. Like, he said Boots' name directly. But nobody, I didn't see not one video. I ain't see no live streams talking about, damn, Erickson Lubin taking shots at Boots. He hated. I didn't see that. I didn't see it. And they in the same weight class, by the way. So that conversation would be a lot more appealing because they can actually fight. Not a damn lightweight versus a damn junior middleweight, right? But we're going to get to it. So I seen no videos about Erickson Lubin. Boy, was good with it. I seen no videos about what he said, how he took shots, if he was being disrespectful. None of that. He was being very direct about what he said, right? He critiqued him. I seen nobody say anything about Erickson Lubin. Furthermore, moving forward, Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman came out, spoke about, man, Lima being a hand-picked fight. You know, this dude picking tune-ups. You know, the dude really wasn't nobody, right? I ain't seen no videos. I ain't seen no public outrage. I ain't seen nobody tripping out. I ain't seen no, you know, Twitter posts and threads talking about Keith Thurman is a hater because he's at 54 again. That conversation is a lot more appealing because those guys can end up in a ring together, right? You know what I mean? Who would want to see Keith Thurman fight Boots, right? But nah, we ignored that. We act like that didn't happen. Furthermore, we had Virgil Ortiz Sr. just did a interview. No, I don't even know if you want to call it a video, an interview. It's not really even an interview, but he just was in a video with Ellie Segback. Y'all know I got the receipts and the clips. I'm the clip king. Go and pull it up. But he talked about Boots and downplayed the guy that he fought. Really, he tried to slow walk it, but he ended up speaking what was on his heart. The dude wasn't impressed that he fought. He said they was offered to fight twice. They turned it down. He said Xander and Boots pretty much, they fight with nobodies. They building these dudes a certain way. Like, these are very direct shots is what I'm getting at towards Boots and very direct criticism. But my thing is, why not the videos and the conversation be about what guys are directly saying about Boots, because you know they're speaking him by name. The criticism, none of them guys are hating, but somehow Shakur Stevenson, who I know is very motivated by what Bud Crawford just did, because what he's speaking on in this tweet is really what his big brother just did, right? And Terence Bud Crawford moved up to 68. He fought the man at the weight class, right? Beat him. You know what I mean? No warm-up fights, no tune-ups, no nothing. Just went up there and went after it, man. Chase greatness. In Shakur's mind, he's been saying it. If you've been paying attention, he got a hashtag. They be saying chasing greatness, right? That's something that he's trying to do. In his mind, fighting, jumping up to 140, to fight T.O., who he's looking at as the man because he wanted a more established 140-pounders there. Out of any of the champions, I think T.O.'s the most established there. So in essence, he's looked at as the man, right? That's what Shakur is talking about. This shit ain't got nothing to do with Boots. It just so happens that what Boots just did lines up with this tweet, bro. There's no reason for him to take a shot at somebody where he was physically in the building, watching him, supporting him. He had his fights, his cousin be on the Boots cards. You get what I'm saying? There's no reason for him to wake up and just, you know what? I'm going to take a shot at Boots. That's just people that, look, got a real, like, I don't know, petty way of thinking, right? Simple-mindedness. I don't know what you call it, but this shit is about chasing greatness. And instead of us looking at it as such, we rather focus on some shit that you can't prove, right? We know what we can prove is that Shakur and Boots have been cordial and mutual friends for the longest. They're not in the same weight class, so they're not going to fight. Every time you ever ask Shakur Stevenson about Jaron, and this is always positive. He always got something good to say about him, right? Even when they asked him more recently about who to pick out of him and Bud, you know, Bud and Boots, he ain't even want to pick. You get what I'm saying? Because he rock with both of them. That's genuine respect. That's somebody that rock with you. They don't even want to pick the guy that they think the most of. They don't even want to pick him to beat you. But instead of looking at this tweet like it is being what it is, it just got to be about Boots. It got to be slighting Boots. Shakur is hating on Boots. Nah, man, I think that's just people looking to start something that's not there, bro. And it's kind of corny because I guarantee you Boots ain't going to look at this and think none of it. He's going to continue putting in work, beating ass, and Shakur is going to continue to try to make this Teofimo fight and be great. That's what this post is about. You know, we kind of miss everything that the context of what he said. You get what I'm saying? And we try to make it something negative when in reality, this is what you should want fighters to be on, right? I mean, this is coming from a fighter that's still getting dragged from a fight that he had 2 years ago. Make it make sense. So he told y'all he fight with a chip on his shoulder. He let y'all know, like, all these people doubting me. Look, he's saying he's going to get the Ring Magazine belt and laugh at all who doubted him. He's talking about doubters. He ain't talking about Boots. He's talking about people that don't think he can do it. He talking about people that's always talking about, oh, you ain't fought nobody. Look, and furthermore, I'm about the whole story, not just enough to make me start pushing a narrative or a talking point. Dank, what's good with it, bro? Mag, like, what's good with it? And recorded Die Hard. That's why they clash. That's true too. I think Tank captured the imagination of both, the casual and the Die Hard Mag 7. And Shakur got those Die Hard fans for sure because his style is one that permits that, right? That's Andrew Gray. Shout out to my homie Andrew Gray, man. What's good with it, Drew? What's good with it? But look, you know what I mean? If you look at the tweet that he's responding to, look what this guy, I don't know who this dude is. I guess he got a channel. I guess he talk boxing. I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's not that big a deal, man. He's saying the boxing community needs to stop giving Shakur imaginary wins over Devin and Tank and the rest of his contemporaries. He hasn't fought any of them. So to that, as a response, he's saying, pound for pound, I'm going to beat the man at 140, get the Ring Magazine belt, and laugh at all who doubted me. No tune-ups, no fights to get comfortable at the weight, just big balls and big dreams. That shit don't got nothing to do with the next fighter. He's strictly, and this is crazy how people don't like to put things in its proper context. you act like he just woke up and he just tweeted this out of nowhere. You get what I'm saying? He's telling you what it is. Like, no warm up, no tune ups. I'm going right for the guy. Like, why would it have anything to do with a guy that's not in his weight class? He's telling you what he's doing. He ain't got no restrictions on this shit. He going up there to chase greatness, bro. You get what I'm saying? No get comfortable fights. He going right for Teofimo Lopez, like I said, who is one of the most established guys at 140 out of the champions, the most established guy out of the champions, if we being honest. You get me? You know me, I have to be reading into fighters' minds and creating sassy talking points about social media. Cal, you know it. Mark is my dog. Hold on, man. Let me do this. Said to hate Shakur. Yeah, motherfuckers just like the mofos just love to hate Shakur and make no content telling their favorite fighters to get in the ring with them. Make it make sense. Hey, bro, we gonna cook on all of this. We're gonna cook on all of this. We're gonna cook on all of it. Hey, Marcus, we gonna cook on all of it. Look, double tap that screen, man. Hit that like button, support the grind. Sub to the channel, all that good stuff, man. We're gonna build today. We're gonna talk about it. So yeah, facts, Cal. You ain't gotta read their minds. You could just use logic, bro. You could just use logic, bro. We're at dude is talking about people giving him imaginary wins over his contemporaries, and he's telling him as a response to that, he's telling them what he's about to do. You get what I'm saying? This is the same shit Crawford just did. Went straight up and fought the guy. You get what I'm saying? That's all he doing, bro. Shout out to Boots, because I know Boots ain't sensitive like this. I know Boots ain't sitting here like, man, he talking about me, yo. Man, that's some sensitive ass shit, bro. He responded to one of these dudes on Twitter, and it's crazy because people, instead of using logic and reason, sound reason, just looking at this shit, people rather push a narrative. They rather. I know the narrative's a lot more juicy. Like, look at dude. Shout out to Jeffrey. What's good with it, bro? Yeah, they weird. He sneaked this Boots. It's cool. Ha ha. He be over there with Andre Ward, Bud, Bernie, Bomac, and the whole team, and they all probably be talking mad shit about Boots. Shakur chose his side. He riding with them. Just say it and call it a day. He said, send your shots direct. This is the problem with boxing right here. This is the problem. Look how he lumped all of those other people in there. Look at the kind of assumption that just came from a fucking tweet, bro. From a fucking tweet. You can't make this up. You boxing fans are trash, bro. Y'all some of the absolute worst, bro. Y'all the worst. He can't respond to nobody, and it got to be about another fighter. Y'all make me sick, yo. Y'all make me sick. I just listened to people sit up there and call this man an alcoholic, bro. They sitting up here talking about drugs and smoking and all this other shit, y'all. I ain't hear not one thing about a boxing match, a punch being thrown, how it look in the ring, nothing. They just proved my point, bro. That shit is, when it comes to Shakur, it's always about the narratives, never what is happening in the ring. Because if you focus on what's really happening in the ring, it makes you uncomfortable because you have to tell the truth. And the fact of the matter is, you would rather talk about him smoking back in the day, or alleged drinking, or him being an alcoholic, or talk about his girl and talk about his money and talk about what he tweeted and all this other weird shit. But he just had a fight where he played into the Tom and Jerry theme. You got to give him credit for that. And then he proved all of you naysayers wrong. So what do you weird ass boxing fans with no creativity do? You sit up on panels calling this man an alcoholic, talking about smoking and drinking, how he ain't better than this one and that one. I don't like y'all. That's why I don't talk boxing with people. This is why I don't like getting on panels, because y'all don't have no respect for the sport. Y'all need to go away, man. Like, really, Jusdueboxing asking y'all to go away. Y'all like parasites. Why the fuck would you rather sit up and for a whole conversation, bro? And I sat there and listened. I ain't type. I just listened. Everything that came out of these people's mouths was something personal. All the way down to the gap between his teeth, bro. You cannot make this shit up. These people are certified goofies. They don't like boxing. They pick a handful of guys that they like. They push them, and then they shit on everything that's right with the sport. Love it or hate it, whether you agree or disagree, when it comes to doing shit the right way in boxing, Shakur Stevenson is on top of his game. This is why you dummies are still talking about De Los Santos. You get what I'm saying? When he missed weight at 130, all this stupid shit. You literally bringing up his shortcomings. Like, y'all have the worst like conversations that I've ever heard surrounding the sport. I've never seen or heard anything more ridiculous in my life. And yes, I don't give a fuck how y'all take it. Yeah, I'm gonna get that man his just due. Y'all just sat up there accusing him of beefing with Boots, taking shots at Boots. This idiot here put Andre Ward, Bud, Bernie, and the whole team talking about Boots like these guys just sit around in their spare time and diss Boots. That's some weird shit. This is what's wrong with you girly mouth, little young-minded high school teenage boys, man. That's what y'all like, bro. Y'all like little girls or something in grade school, running around here starting unnecessary dramas and shit like that with shit you can't prove. This man responded to one of his haters, bro. Y'all get mad because people give him credit for what they feel like he's gonna be. Well, won't you tell your favorite fighter to prove him wrong instead of sitting up on panels talking about his personal life, his girl, all his shortcomings, talking about the gap in his mouth. He an alcoholic. I don't like y'all. Y'all poison for boxing, bro. Y'all conversations suck. And my challenge still remains. Maybe I got to start hashtagging this shit. Maybe I got to start talking about this shit every single day. My challenge is still out there to you guys that call yourselves content creators and the ones that feel like they've been watching boxing for 30, 40 years and jumping on these panels. Talk boxing without the slander. I dare you, bro. I challenge anybody to do it. You won't hear it. I sat there and watched people talk for about a half hour or more straight about a fighter, and not one fucking thing they had to say had anything to do with boxing, the sport, skills, a jab, a hook, nothing. All negative, all down talk, all dragging it. And it's like a whole fest of it. Like, y'all really condone dragging fighters because your favorite fighter is not fighting them and your feelings is hurt? Because the shit that Shakur said in that interview when he said he ain't gonna fight me, he's starting to look like it's more true than it's ever been. And the reality is making y'all sick to y'all stomachs. So instead of being real boxing fans and talking what's really going on, you rather talk negative and drag them. Nah, I don't respect that. And this is y'all, those kind of conversations right there, y'all, is what birthed the Jusdueboxing. Those kind of conversations is why I exist, why I give y'all 3, 4 hour, 5 hour, 8 hour lives, 11 hour. This is exactly why. I show y'all the way boxing is supposed to be built up. All that negative, toxic, talking about personal lives and mistakes that you made, that shit is weird, bro. Focus on what's going on right now. What's going on right now is he proved y'all wrong, put Belt to Zepeda ass, had him rethinking strategies and everything after the fight. Beat the man at his own game, shut all of y'all up and down, and instead of talking about the actual fight, you rather talk about dumb shit. You knocking the man because he's acknowledging that, look, I'm about to be on some pound for pound shit. I'm going for a 4 division champion. I'm jumping up to 140. Get what I'm saying? I can't get the biggest fight that I won at 35. I'm going up to 140, and I'm going to challenge Teofimo Lopez. Y'all should be saluting that, but instead of doing that, I ain't giving him no credit for trying to do this. I ain't giving him no credit. Shut up, man. Y'all don't like boxing for real, bro. That's a good fight is all I'm saying. That's a great fight, matter of fact, for boxing. Shakur and Teofimo is a great fight for boxing, and it'll be a step in the right direction. Like I said way back when I was talking about this. But to sit there, it's disappointing to see how many of y'all don't even realize y'all don't even talk boxing. And this is with no disrespect because I'm a level-headed dude. But I challenge y'all, bro. If y'all creative, talk some real boxing, not bullshit. That slander is wild. No matter how many narratives you push, that's not going to make nobody come no closer to beating his ass in the ring. The fact remains, after 24 fights, he 3 division champion, former unified, and he's shooting for 4. What do you mean that's not chasing greatness? Then what is it? Y'all rather talk about dumb shit. Fake ass offers, fake contracts, fake percentages. Let's talk reality. Let's talk about the shit that we can prove. We can prove that he was just in the ring with the number 1 guy rated across the sanctioning bodies. And guess what y'all on panels today doing? You downplaying the opponent that he fought as if he was supposed to fight anybody else. You can't make this shit up. He legit fought the guy that's with #1 ranked across the sanctioning bodies, right? That's who he fought. Undefeated, by the way. And I'm talking to y'all for a second. And y'all favorite fighter pulled up a guy from 130 and fought a guy that wasn't even in the weight class, and y'all don't have a problem with that. Why are y'all complaining? The man been proving y'all wrong since he been a professional. Since he been a professional coming out of the Olympics, bro. Y'all got to put some more respect on that man's name. That's all I'm saying, bro. Y'all sitting up talking about everything but boxing. That shit is nasty work, bro. Nah, hell nah, I don't respect that. Alcoholic is crazy, bro. Yeah, he's sitting up throwing whippets and smoking, man. I told you no fighter is better than the rest of them. And he ain't, nobody never told y'all he better than the rest of. We don't speak about his personal life. When I talk about him being better than guys, I'm talking about in the actual boxing ring, bro. In the actual boxing ring. Y'all still ain't found nobody to prove it. And the fact that your favorite fighter is unwilling to do it, y'all should be criticizing that. Because let Shakur Stevenson say that he ain't fighting the biggest fight of his life and he turned his back, y'all gonna be nailing him to the cross, bro. All I'm saying, I think it's time for y'all, when y'all talk that, man, start talking boxing, bro. Make them conversations make some sense, bro. Y'all conversations suck. All personal attacks, bro. These young men out there doing the best they could, but y'all sit up much older than they are and less accomplished, criticizing every little mistake, every little shortcoming. Fact of the matter is, when it's time to get in that ring and perform, he one of the best that's doing it, bro. I don't give a damn who don't like it. It's the truth. Shout out to my bro Blunt, man. He said, stay righteous. You know we on the job, Brody. Shout out to my guy Blunt. Appreciate that support, man. We're going to get to this. Y'all double tap that screen, subscribe to the channel, and support the build. We're going to get to this.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to my dog, Big Dog Willie. Said, just do I had to jump on the Tankmania today. Everything they say about Shakur, we came back. We can't, Tankmania spit venom, but can't take it back. Hey, and look, I'm so classy with it, Big Dog Willie. I'm so respectful of the sport because I have nothing negative to say about Tank. No matter what they say about Shakur, I'll never be like, oh, well, I got a diss. I'm big on that. That's my message. I show people the difference. I could have this conversation, the very same conversation, without the slander, right? I don't need to slander Tank to make no point about Shakur, right? But I think when they going personal and they, like, Big Dog, you was there. And and I'm talking about the people that's not the channel, not the content creator himself. Everybody else that was chiming in as content creators and sidebar conversations, all of them spent time talking about personals. I sat there and listened to it. Nobody was talking no boxing. That shit was mind-blowing to me. And at no point did nobody catch it and say, well, damn, are we talking boxing right now? So are we talking about him, the man that y'all don't know? Or are you talking about him, the fighter that y'all clearly still don't know because y'all got him effed up? That dude going to be great whether you push the narrative or not, man. So y'all going to have to be mad, man. It's going to take more than some narratives to stop what he got planned, man. Much love to my dog, Big Dog Willie, man. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the love, Big Dog Willie, man. Shout out to the Queen Lisa. Always good to see the Queen in the building. Always a good day, man. I appreciate stressed out boxing my dog, man. But yeah, at the Phoenix game, son of God, my dog GQ in the building. Pardon me if I missed anybody. I don't want to miss nobody. Give me a second. Man, give me a second. Yeah, you said Shakur versus Tiafimo was more of a 50-50 fight than Tank ever fought. And look, I want to be clear, bro. Shout out to the Queen Lisa, man. He said that's why I never understood. I thought it was about talking about boxing skills and not their personal life. And I'm being genuine, bro. Even when I do bring up stuff that's out there that people are talking about, I always make sense of it, y'all. I always aim to get people they just do. You get what I'm saying? I always aim to do that. Hold on, y'all. Give me 2 seconds, man. I always aim to give these guys the credit I feel like they deserve. Just talking that personal life shit is weird. And hearing it is just, it's disappointing because it's like, y'all be way older than the guys that y'all talking about, bro. You get me? Why don't y'all talk boxing? You know why? And I said this before. Do you know why they can't talk boxing? When it pertains to the youngin'? because the narratives are not holding up. They keep saying what he can't do, and then he keep getting in there showing you what he can't do. They say he's soft, then he get out there and fight a fight that's not even in his best interest, right? He stood right in there taking more punishment than you ever seen him take in any fight. Beat this guy ass, and y'all on panels talking about his girl. You get what I'm saying? Y'all on panels talking about his girl. Let the record reflect. He put belt as a pay to ass. That was a great performance. Y'all hating ass dudes. And now he's trying to follow that up. Oh, I can't get the fight I won at 35. Okay, hey, T.O., what's good? He even being nice. He being nice to T.O. He respectful, man. T.O.'s a great fighter. Hey, man, let's do it. Y'all don't even get it, bro. He growing up. All this shit you asking him to do, he doing it right in front of your face, and you don't even see it. Y'all don't see this shit, bro. You don't see it. You get what I'm saying? Look how he responded to Buddy, man. Where Buddy at, man? Look how he responded to Buddy. Get what I'm saying? With the guy trying to start the boot shit. Said big cat, man. But okay, whatever you say. Like, bro, this guy's an idiot. D Young, what's good with it, D? How you feeling, man? Smash that like button, man. Man, my bad, y'all. And big shout out to the Queen Lisa for the huge donations. Always, man. Truly big supporter of the channel, man. Stay true to the course, man. I appreciate you, Lisa. Always supporting the grind in a huge way. Much love.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Big shout out to the Queen Lisa. Berto was good with it. Man, so look, DP Rocker, what's good, family? Y'all shout out to everybody in the building. Let's get to this. So like I said, man, I like the way he responded here, man. You ain't about to feed into that shit too much. At the end of the day, he said what he said, and he stand on that shit. You saying that, you know, you getting tired of people giving him credit for fights that he ain't fought. And when he go over there and try to make a fight that's good for him, y'all make it about something that is not. I'm telling y'all, like what I'm seeing right now going and floating around YouTube is a lack of creativity from people, bro. I stand for this, and I'm gonna make sure I'm being heard when I say this. That conversation that I just listened to for over a half an hour about a fighter, none of that shit had nothing to do with boxing. They talk personal life, his gap in his mouth. Like, I'm surprised they ain't start shitting on the whole New Jersey at this point. Like, what is it about the young man? Nah, period. What is it about these fighters that make y'all grown men get out of y'all body? And I'm talking to all the haters of boxing right now, not just Shakur haters, Tank haters, any kind of boxing hater. These people are individuals that you don't know. Why are we not just keeping it boxing? Why are we talking about this man, girl? You get what I'm saying? I'm surprised y'all ain't bring his kid up. Like, y'all weird, man. Y'all talking about his money, what he can't make, what he can't do. The man is trying to be great, bro. Just accept it. If this fight gets over the hump, it's great for boxing. Why would we tear it down? Why would we tear it down? It's a really good fight. You get what I'm saying? Damn, y'all not boxing fans. Y'all spent over 35, 40 minutes talking all personal attacks. I ain't never seen no shit like this. Yo, what is going on, man? Damn. Man, we can't talk about the fights. We ain't talking about jabs. I would have rather heard y'all talk about him being pillow-fisted and shit and almost getting dropped in his last fight than to sit there and go as personal as y'all did. Y'all calling this man alcoholics and all types of shit. Nah, bro. Y'all the people, y'all exactly what birthed the Jusdueboxing, yo. Y'all people like, it's people like y'all, man. It's people like y'all. It definitely is. Hold on. Who I see here? Shout out to the OG for now. How you feeling, OG? Always good to see you in the building, man. Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all argue with yourself, man. Y'all could chase y'all tails with them silly ass arguments, man. You sitting here actively see him pursuing a fight that's outside of his weight class, and then you're gonna ask me what fight is he trying to make? That's silly, bro. Listen, this ain't no protection of Shakur. This more so about boxing and people lack of creativity. When I tune in, I'd rather hear grown men talking about skills and fights rather than gaps and money and how his tweet made you feel and fake beefs and shit like that. I'd rather hear real conversation. So I'm gonna talk that shit. I don't know what you not watching, but I'm gonna say it like I've been saying it, bro. And I do this for all fighters that get the shit into the stick. When the smoke done clearing, he gonna be there, bro. And I hope your favorite fighter want to fight him, bro, because I just want to see the fights. That man clearly trying to be great in his own way. I think people should appreciate that. I think the hate that y'all showing is nasty work, and I'm gonna always speak for it. I'm gonna always speak on it, bro. Y'all out here, y'all down so bad that, and it's coming from y'all super fans. Y'all want to see him lose so bad that y'all trying to manifest a beef with him and Boots. Nasty work, nasty work. And I'm if you ask all these people who their favorite fighter is, watch what they say. Yeah, your favorite fighter ain't getting in the ring with him because he said he not, right? And that's not a diss. I'm going off of what he said. He said he not. So now we like, yeah, we got to find a way. T.O. ain't good enough. We like, nah, T.O. ain't the man. We got to stir up the Boots. Yeah, man, you already know what'll happen if Boots fight him. Like, man, y'all wishing on a star. Y'all want to see that man lose so bad instead of proving that he ain't the best guy at 35 or 40. I want to see those fights. I don't want to talk imaginary beast with him and Boots, bro. Like, what the hell wrong with y'all, man? Y'all need to stop watching them damn soap operas. Shout out to my guy, Everything Boxing. What's good, bro? Jannar Hill in the building. What's good, family? How you feeling? So Turnham versus Boots. That's what they doing. I swear on my life. That's what hey, bro. They want them to fall out. They like, man, we gotta find a way, man. You gotta find a way. I'm telling you, y'all think I'm playing. Like, look, bro, y'all think I'll be joking, bro. Like, look at the limps that they go through. Now we're gonna talk about this for a second, bro. Look at the limps, and then I'm gonna show y'all what the people that actually took shots at Boots that nobody said nothing about. This shit ain't had nothing to do with Boots. These dudes is ridiculous, bro. Like, I ain't never seen shit like this, bro. Shout out to the homie Z. What's good with it, bro? I like dude down here, man. He said it right, bro. He said, nah, this ain't cool putting them dudes against each other for no reason. It's enough senseless conflict in the black race anyway, so why add to that? Weird. Man, that's a fact. Y'all being weird, bro, and y'all know it. Y'all grasping at straws, man. That man clearly just watched his big brother and Bud Crawford move up and hold on, my bad, y'all. Y'all seen Bud move up, beat Canelo with no acclamation, no warm-up fights, no nothing. So instead of looking at that, he's still motivated by that. You thinking about, oh yeah, he's shitting on Boots right here. Yeah, man. Y'all not creative, bro. Y'all need to stop making content, calling yourself content creators doing that shit, bro. Like, I get it. It sound like very similar. Like, damn, man, Boots did just fight. Boots is getting criticized. But if they cool, if they mutually respect each other, why take a dig at Boots unnecessarily? You get what I'm saying? Come on, man. Stop grasping at straws, bro. He had every Boots fight, bro, in there cheering him on and all types of shit. They asking him what you think about the performance. He always big him up. So we going grasp at straws right here instead of focusing on all the times where they asked him about this man as a fighter and he tell him what he is. You get what I'm saying? He tell you what he think about Boots. They even asked him about the pick between Boots and Crawford, and he ain't want to do it. That's somebody that clearly respect Boots. So he going, fuck all of that. I don't like Boots today. I'm going to just take a shot at him. Man, y'all weird, man. Y'all anything to push a negative conversation about this kid, bro. This young man, should I say. And it's nasty. That's all I'm saying, bro. I want to hear y'all talk about how y'all was wrong about everything you said he couldn't do, most of y'all. Most of y'all said he couldn't fight Zepeda in the pocket. That's what y'all said. Y'all said he would get overwhelmed, drowned. This going to be a dangerous fight. And then when y'all seen the ass whooping convince you move the goalpost to something different. I can't understand y'all, man. Talk boxing, man. That's all I'm saying. Talk some boxing, man. I just had to address this because I thought it was weird, bro. I thought it was weird, man. Shout out to Boots, man. I hope he ain't as sensitive as some of these fans are, man. These people are. They got to find something else to do, man. I'm telling you. Find something to do in their spare time. It ain't working. It ain't working, man. It really ain't. Shout out to Big Dog Willie. My bad. Tank fighting Jake Paul now. Tankmaniacs trying to tell me it's a real fight. Now I fight fire with fire. Tankmaniacs are reaching. It hurt. And them super fans, bro, they just down bad. The crazy part is you don't have to down talk one fighter to big up the other, right? Like for me, it's all boxing and entertainment. Like I'm really here to support the sport, right? So when I see Tank Davis go make a fight with Jake Paul, you don't hear me get up here and start dissing him and complaining about his whole career. I just look at it for what it is. He's going to make some money. Dude sound like he tired of boxing anyway. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm basing that off his energy, what he been putting out, and the move that he making. That look like a dude that if he ain't ready to retire, he definitely ready to make some money and take a little break or something maybe. Who knows? But that's just what it is. I don't have to bash the man to make my point. And for me, I'm going to just look at the free event and watch it because it's going to be entertainment. I ain't got to pay no money to watch it. I'm going to watch it. You know what I'm saying? But the shit that I see these dudes doing to these fighters is nasty, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's very nasty, bro. It's nasty, man. He fighting Jake. I don't have a problem with it. Look, it's not a sanctioned fight. I'll say this, big dog. It's not a sanctioned fight. But for me, my thoughts on if it's a real fight, no, it's not sanctioned where it's going to be on their records. But my saying is this. Anytime you got a man that's 200 pounds or plus and he throwing punches at you, you get what I'm saying? You ain't got no headgear on. It's pretty real. Something real about that. He hit you, it's going to be real. Like if Jake was to land a good right hand on Tank, that should be real. But I get what you're saying in terms of like, that's not a boxing match where it's sanctioned, right? It's not a sanctioned bout, no. But, you know, I think, shit, if Tank get the opportunity to land one on Jake, he might take it. You get me? Might try to flatline his ass. So I'm not mad at it either way. I'm going to just look at it as entertainment. I'm going to understand and accept that Tank said, yo, man, I'm in this shit to make my money. And that's exactly what he's doing. I'm not going to be overly critical of that unless somebody is arguing with me that he care about legacy when he clearly said he don't. You get what I'm saying? So people just got to sit back sometimes and be fans. Like he said, bro, I level with him when he said that because I get it. Sometimes people don't know how to just sit back and be fans. And I'm disappointed in y'all that call yourself Tank fans because he just said y'all sit up and talk about people personal lives. When did it come to that? And that's what I just heard all of y'all doing for about 40 minutes on the panel. I ain't never hear no crazy. You will not listen. Big channel, little channel, small channel. I don't give a damn. When y'all come here, my standard has been set the whole time I've been here, yo. And I don't expect nobody to be me. There will be no boxing slander coming from Jusdueboxing. For those that respect the sport for what it is and just want to hear real conversation, you in the right spot, bro. You will not hear boxing slander coming from this platform out of my mouth. You will never hear it. I'm just saying I don't see why everybody else can't do that, bro. It's all toxic and weak-ass conversations. The conversations have shifted to personal attacks and not the fights that are coming up or the fights that are trying to be made. It's not about skill sets and styles matching up. It's about, let me see how many people in the chat I could convince that this fighter is not as good as this fighter. The only way that can be proven if they get in the ring and fight each other. That's it. There's no narrative that you can push that's going to make your favorite fighter better than the next unless he fight that man. And that's what y'all sat there. I sat there and heard one of the most disappointing conversations that I promise y'all I've heard the 3 years and some change I've been on YouTube. I heard some of the worst conversation ever. And none of it, when I say none of it, not one person mentioned anything that had to do with fighting inside the actual ring. It was alarming, bro. It's alarming to see. To hear, should I say that? That shit was wild. Wild shit. Shout out to Big Dog Willie. We appreciate you, bro. This guy's an idiot, man. He's a taker hypocrite, though, because we talked about Crawford's family, personal life. True indeed. True indeed. And shout out to Official Everything, my dog. You know, it's crazy, Everything Boxing. You know, even when I bring that stuff up, I always try to be tasteful about it. Like, we speak on it accordingly. Like, certain shit just off limits. When that happened, I seen people justifying it. I that's when I knew, like, you can't argue with the super duper fans of any fighter, not just Tank, but just any fighter. Anybody that's a super duper fan, you can't argue with them about nothing. You can't speak logically, should I say. You can argue all day because that's what they like to do, but they don't like to have logical discussions about boxing. You get me? So when that situation went on, I seen people that were older than me justifying that shit. Like, that I know are older than me, I'm like justifying it. And some of them were women. They like, maybe he deserved it. And I'm just like, man, that's nasty, man. Like, you call a spade a spade. Sometimes these fighters, they get a little too personal, and it's okay to say that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, my more of the story, y'all, is let's talk boxing without the slander, bro. These people, man, they don't really like the sport, and that's what I'm learning. I can't stop speaking about it because it's really an issue of mine that I just see. It's like annoying. Everywhere you go, it's like, yeah, let's diss this fighter today. Let's down talk this fighter. What happened to the people that really love boxing? What happened to that shit? Where are those people at? They don't exist no more. Shout out to my dog Ray Davis, man. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Hold on. Pardon me, y'all. He said fans call themselves CC are delusional. One angle storyteller, no love for boxing, just for their favorite fighter. That man Ray Davis is just a fact, bro. I'll try. And the reason why I could come here and talk like this, y'all know why? Because I'm very consistent. Shout out to my bro Zoom Verse. Let's build the sport up. I don't care who your favorite fighter is. You shouldn't. If you gotta shit on the next guy and tear down the next fighter to make your guy look like something, then he clearly not that. He clearly not that. Real shit. You get me? Shout out to my bro Zoomverse. You feel me, man? I just had to speak on this briefly, man. I had to. My bad, y'all. Every time emails and stupid stuff. My apologies, y'all. All right, we back to it. So look, like I said, man, let's get to talking some boxing, man. Not these narrative-driven ass, drawn-up stories about fake beefs that don't need to be talked about, man. Big Soldier was good. We know if we get to see him move up and fight, that's what we should be talking about. Favre G's was good with it. And as far as boots go, we're gonna get into the boots. We're gonna get into the boots stuff too, man. We're gonna get into the boots talk, man, because I want to make sure I get boots his just due fully. You know what I mean? Look, I'm consistent over here. If I ain't nothing else, I'm consistent. We can't control who these dudes fight. We can only choose to support it or understand why they fighting who they fighting. We know how Boots has been sold and marketed by Eddie Hearn as the best fighter in the world, wanting all the smoke. We know that he sold that, and, you know, he's fought guys that, you know, people ain't really want to see in the ring, right, with Boots. But I think now that you fast forward to now, you got this out the way. You get what I'm saying? You got this one fight out the way. Now he can move forward. You know what I'm saying? If he gonna fight Virgil Ortiz next, as I was saying earlier, I don't think so. I don't see it. But I think it'll happen in due time, bro. I think it'll happen in due time. I gotta pull this up. So speaking of the hate, right? Because my question, let me know if my audio was good. I just took my mic out for a second. Man. Let's talk fashion. What's good with my guy Remo, man? In the bill, he said they're gonna be mad by the best. He a champion. Oh yeah, Big Soldier. I think, like I said, I think that's what YSM was saying to me. I think of Bass Baru. I think he typed that in the chat. I don't want to be sound like I'm a little bit farther. Can y'all hear me good? Shakur know better than talk about Boots. Y'all weird. Y'all look at boxing like children. Shakur and Boots, the last time I ever heard or seen, they was all right, you can hear me. All right, cool. All right, bet Zoom. It probably took a second because I unplugged. All right, bet. Appreciate y'all. Let's get to this, man. So look, speaking of all this hate and people complaining about Boots and who's hating on Boots, let's play some of the things that was actually said about Boots directly. I mean, is it hate or is it the truth? You get what I'm saying? Nobody rated Lima high, even though he was ranked within the top 10. And top 10, even though he was ranked top 10, we look at Boots as the top tier, right? So anything less than top tier is always going to leave room for criticism for Boots. But criticism always turns into slander with these new boxing fans, right? You can't slander a man for going out there and showing you within one round that a guy don't belong in the ring with him, right? Y'all complained about the opponent. He made short work of him. He didn't play around with him. He didn't take a long time. He didn't waste y'all time. He went right out there and commenced to beat his ass and let y'all know that he here. He made his statement. Now he on to the next. If he fight a Bas Baru next, it should be looked at as okay. If he fighting a champion or one of those named guys, we shouldn't be complaining. But I guarantee you, people are still going to complain, even though Vergil Ortiz and Pops look like they got other business going on right now. But we're going to get to that. Let's hear what Vergil Ortiz Sr. had to say about Boots. Since we talking about imaginary hate, I want to know how people think this sound when he talking about how Boots don't fight nobody and, you know, they built him up basically fighting nobody. Something to that effect. Let me find this. John. Boots been facing a lot of criticism, bro. Virgil Pops a true Boots hater, yo. I like Virgil Pops, bro, but I think ultimately, like how I look at it, is they say stuff that you expect them to say, right? They say things you expect them to say, like, you know what I mean? They're gonna speak in favor of their son. It's always gonna be to make the son look good.
Hey, how you doing?
Get to this.
How you doing? Good. Vergil Ortiz getting ready.
You know what? He don't have the accolades, but he got some names. I think Virgil fought the better competition, but I feel like Virgil fought the better competition, and we all know Boots got the accolades that Virgil don't got. So that's why I said the other day, those guys need each other, right? Different reasons, right? Virgil need to continue to build and get those kind of name fighters, and if Boots ends up with a title before they fight, then that's something Virgil would need on his resume, right? So they need each other. They 100% need each other. But let's get to this. Now, it's really his dad talking, though. His dad was doing the talking, not so much Ella. This is about his dad. We're going to get to it.
You had a good weekend?
Yeah, I did. Stayed home with my kids. Played Fortnite with my kids online. That's how I'm able to stay in connection with all my kids. I play Fortnite with them, and you know, we talk and as we're playing, you know, stuff like that. So I enjoy doing that, doing something they like.
Did you happen to see the Boots Ennis fight? He won by knockout in the first round.
I was playing Fortnite, but
he called out Virgil afterwards.
Well, yeah, of course they're gonna call him out, but I mean, they fought a guy who. I mean, I don't want to bash the guy, but he didn't fight anybody.
You didn't think much of his opponent. But listen, you're supposed to call out the best in the division. So it's only. But what I wouldn't do that. You wouldn't call out Virgil after that?
No, I wouldn't call anybody out if I've turned down a fight twice right before. You know, instead of him fighting that guy, that should have been him and Virgil. And then.
Oh my God! Did he say it? Did he say he turned the fight down twice? He said he shouldn't be calling nobody out, but fighting that guy, right? He said he had the opportunity. He said he turned it down twice. Is he hating? Is he hating too, or did people just miss that? I don't think it's hate, but shit, if y'all got hate from a damn random ass tweet when he was responding directly to somebody, if that was hate, what is this? But this could be what his version of the truth is. From his side, this is what he was told. He was told Boots turned the fight down, right? You get what I'm saying? But people, this kind of went over people's head. I ain't seen nobody talking about it.
Right before, you know, instead of him fighting that guy, that should have been him and Virgil. And so, I just, they fought a guy who, I mean, I don't want to bash the guy, but he didn't fight anybody.
You didn't think much of his opponent. But listen, you're supposed to call out the best in the division. So it's only. But what I wouldn't do that. You wouldn't call out Virgil after that?
No, I wouldn't call anybody out if I've turned down a fight twice right before. You know, instead of him fighting that guy, that should have been him and Virgil. And so, I don't think My son don't comment and stuff like that. He won't say stuff like that. But I don't want to use the word chicken shit. But I think this chicken shit. Like the fight was there twice. You know, there was. It ain't like it wasn't there. It was offered to both of them. The fight was there. You know, Turkey has confirmed it that they offered the fight. They didn't turn it down, and now it's like, okay, when Vergil's pursuing now what he's been looking for his belt, for the main belt, now you got to stop and go for this guy again. It doesn't work that way. The dude got to fight somebody, man. He literally has to fight some. I've never seen people or fighters fight no one and just get to and get up there for free. There's two guys that already done it. Xander has done it, fighting nobody and got a belt, and he has done it. And I don't know how.
So is that hate? He said these guys is getting up there fighting nobodies. Why ain't nobody outraged about this? He being direct. He talking about Boots. We don't got to guess. We don't got to read his mind. We ain't got to add our own little spin and remix to it. We can listen clearly with our ears and watch with our eyes and hear that he's saying Boots don't fight nobody. He ducked them, turned them down twice, and he calling us out after he done turned us down. It could have been us fighting him right then and there instead of Lima. I don't see how these guys get built up basically fighting. They don't fight nobody. You get what I'm saying? Come on, man. He talking. Is this shit? Is this hating? Why this thing come up on nobody's screen?
Like the fight was there twice. You know, there was it ain't like it wasn't there. It was offered to both of them. The fight was there. You know, Turkey has confirmed it that they offered the fight. They didn't turn it down, and now it's like, okay, when Vergil's pursuing now what he's been looking for his belt, for the main belt, now you got to stop and go for this guy again. It doesn't work that way. The dude got to fight somebody, man. He literally has to fight some. I've never seen people or fighters fight no one and just get to and get up there for free. There's two guys that already done it. Xander has done it, fighting nobody and got a belt, and he has done it. And I don't know how these promoters are able to get these guys fighting nobody and move them up. Maybe those two need to fight each other and finally they fought somebody and then we'll go from there. But
Hector, who wins, Xander against Boots?
Man, I wonder, is that hate, y'all? Said they fighting nobodies. They fighting nobodies. Turning fights down and fighting nobodies. Is he hating? We don't got to guess, bro. But you see, nobody ain't going to talk about this because it ain't the popular thing to point out the truth. The popular thing is let me create a narrative and spin some shit and create a beat that's not there. And then we're going to sit here and spend 3 hours talking about some shit that we made up and just drew it up in our heads. But you can go right here to this video on Ellie Segback and hear what Virgil Ortiz Sr. is talking about some people's favorite fighter, talking about he turned down Smoke twice. Could have been us in there. They literally building these guys up fighting nobodies. He need to fight somebody. You don't get to fight. You get what I'm saying? Basically, have your tune-up fight and then call us out. It don't work like that. This is what he's saying. He's saying all of this shit. Nobody got nothing to say, though.
That's actually a very good fight. Pita, Xander and Boots, 50-50? Hey, what's up, Charles? What do you think?
Are those cuffs?
You got Boots? Was it handcuffs? Is that something you did over the weekend with your girlfriend or your wife?
Charles girlfriend is fucking sex dungeons.
But I was telling everybody the most important thing is Erickson Lubin November 8th. Anything else at this moment, no interest, not talking.
We're not worried about him. We're worried about Lubin.
Correct.
Lubin, if they want to go, you know, if people want to go that route, then you got to look at this. Ruben has a way deeper resume than Boots does.
He fought Charlo.
He's fought Charlo. He's fought Fondura. And yeah, though you can say they're lost, but look at this. He fought Charlo at what age?
21, 22.
Very young,
yeah.
Right?
How's it going?
Who has Ennis fought at 21?
Yeah, I think, hey Damon, I think one of the causes for that is where he's at. I really do. It's crazy because he's been matched with some good names. He's fought some good competition, Virgil, but he ain't he ain't been able to compete for a title for whatever reason. It's weird. It's kind of strange. But I feel like if he was anywhere else besides Golden Boy, he would be there. That's right, Kyle. It is for sure. Kind of had Boots really won Crawford, and he maybe 2 or 3 fights away, but he don't have time. I don't think he won Crawford. I probably know it's all hate when it comes to Shakur because he's pilled. Yeah, he pilled himself is a real threat, and people just can't stand to admit it. Yeah, they can't admit the fact that he's a threat, yo. People go, hey, Marcus, people go so far as to say, man, he ain't no real threat. He ain't this, he ain't that. I just be like, bro, y'all be sounding crazy, man. Virgil fought 4 ninjas and they acting like he a world beater. Yeah, nah, he fought some good. He fought some solid competition, though. Right? Like when I look at Virgil's resume, I can't look at it and crap on it. Think about it. He fought Bolchuk, Madrimov, and then Lubin back to back to back. That's solid. Shout out to Omar. They moving Virgil like Zepeda. Almost, Omar, almost. Touches the canvas twice, and they talking like he's trying one to duck. Yeah, I don't think Boots ducking him.
At this age, he still hasn't found no one better than Lubin. Fundora. Who has he fought better that's better than Fundora? That guy has fought a lot of guys.
By the way, speaking of Fundora, do you see Keith Thurman is suspecting that the injury is not an injury?
Kyle,
he called Fundora and his dad the B-word?
Kyle is stupid.
I think that's for show. I think that's for show.
Do you believe the injury?
I don't know. I don't know, but if you look at it like this,
real quick, y'all, man, let me take this off. I don't need to hear no more of this. Y'all heard just what I wanted y'all to hear. I don't want to drag this out too long about his dad. Look, everybody got his opinion. I wasn't knocking his dad for his opinion on Boots, but I was just pointing out the double standard and the selective outrage. He was very direct. He used Boots' name he used it by name. He mentioned Boots by name and said he fighting nobodies. He never seen. He don't know how these guys be building these fighters up fighting nobody. He said it's 2 fighters they did this with, Xander and he. He's talking about Boots. You get what I'm saying? Or is anybody mad as hell about what Virgil Ortiz Sr. is saying? Nah, that name don't hit the algorithm the same way that Shakur Stevenson name do, huh? Nah? Yeah, man. Y'all selected, bro. Very selective, bro. Very selective. We gonna get into some more because y'all know I got more to speak. So speaking of Oscar, did he stop the clapback series? I think so, bro. I stopped seeing it, Cal. I stopped seeing the clapback joint. And he's been an interim champion, refused to fight for the full title. I just think I don't know what the issue is. I just think it's Golden Boy. I don't want to blame him, but I just think it's the way they moving him because he's fought guys good enough to be competing for a title right now. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get it. I really don't get it. Are we gonna keep going? Shout out to Mill City. Shout out to Bernie the Boxer too. I respect everybody's opinion, but people just making up hate, and I'm gonna play videos where people talk very specifically about Boots.
I mean, first of all, we already got the IBF. They handed us that. Okay, we accepted that, knowing full and well that he could never defend that championship, either one of them, because they had the obligations with each other. Okay, so then he finally, for his sake, and I'm glad for him that he fought the world champion who was standing on us at the time, and he won the world championship. So even if he never won the IBF title or never was upgraded to the champion, he won the WBA championship, and along with that, the Ring Magazine champion. So he won those titles outright. But given the criticism that he's faced, I will hope that he doesn't go to who is the perceived weakest link in the division to win a world championship. I'm hoping he does not do that. I'm hoping that Eddie Hearn does not push that narrative on him to get him a championship, because at this point, championships are getting devalued at a certain point. So I'm saying, this guy was just upgraded to the champion. Okay, so I would say I would hope that he does not do that to try to get him. And then honestly, I don't want to be like hating or whatever they think, but I'm saying if you go that route, it's going to take longer for him to fight somebody, because then he's going to need a title defense against somebody that we don't know too. Do you understand what I'm saying? He fights this guy, he wins the title. His first title defense ain't going to be against Pandora in a unification or backroom for unification. It's not going to be that. So I'm looking for him to make a statement against backroom. And actually, since that kid don't got no fight, and he's perceived to be the boogeyman, both of them perceived to be somewhat of the boogeyman.
He took no damage.
Yeah, he took no damage. That's the perfect fight. You know, Virgil Ortiz and him, the reason why they're putting them together because they were both on their way up at 147. They were both making waves at 147 to the air, to the throne, to the guys that was holding the throne. Okay. But those are some big guys. And you see they moved up. So they held their own as much. Virgil jumped out of there first. Boots stayed down there a little longer, but they were both pitted to see who could fight the top dogs at 47. So that's why they were putting them two together. Now that they both moved up to 54, they still continuing to put that narrative. But I would rather see maybe Virgil fight Xander. You know, I think.
Hey, Bernie, they not doing that, bro. I don't think they trying to do that if they don't have to. They're not trying to put no damn Xander in there with Virgil, yo. I don't care what they say on wax. I just don't think that's something they're trying to do. I think that'd be a bad fight for Xander. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Virgil might be a little too much. I just don't think they trying to go in that direction. Respectfully, I think they looking to still build Xander, and there's nothing wrong with that. He just need a bit more experience. I think Virgil Ortiz experience to catch up to him. I don't think they're trying to make that fight.
Xander is a good fighter, but I think he's probably maybe the weakest link at 54 outside of the guy they just moved up. Yeah. So I would like to see Virgil fight him, and then I would like to see this guy fight Backroom. That's what I would like to see. I see the Puerto Rican Mexican rivalry with Virgil and Xander. Then I'll see, and they both kind of need to prove something too. Xander's still on the proving stage at the same time. So I like to see them fight. And then, like I'm saying, if this guy's the boogeyman, Backroom is the boogeyman, and this guy is the
shout out to my dog L Dub, man. Ain't no boogeymans, man. Background just look like that because, in the words of my dude Dub, man, he ain't got good representation. His team ain't the best. That's why he could beat a damn fight like Tim Tszyu, knock his ass into the ninth dimension somewhere and sunken place, and then go, absent from the ring for so long. I ain't saying I know it all, but that's like mismanagement, bro. They're supposed to get that man another fight and keep him moving. Like, it's almost like he being penalized for knocking Tim Tszyu the hell out, and it's weird. Background should be back in the ring. So it's not as much as him being a boogeyman, as much as his team not handling business, if you're being honest.
Roy Jones Jr. and Terence Crawford, then there's no reason why he shouldn't be fighting this guy.
Yeah, and that's what Eddie Hearn is saying as well. This is the new Crawford. When Crawford leaves, this is the guy, that we should be, standing by. He left a message in the locker room. I don't know if you got to see it. We'll play it for you.
Superman, what it do? Y'all double tap the screen, man. Hit that like button, y'all. Let's get the likes up.
He's describing what's his plan.
Unify at 54 at least. Hopefully undisputed. Then we're going to go 60. Yeah. And then we deal with the other fella. Yeah. He's still hanging around. We'll deal with him as well.
Yeah.
He said he's in the way.
Yeah, but talk is cheap. You know what I'm saying? Talk is cheap, man. People, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants.
Yeah, they didn't give Bud Crawford credit. Are they trying to take credit from Bud Crawford for going up 2 weight classes, beating what's his name, beating Canelo Alvarez? But then all of a sudden, him coming down to 160 and fighting Boots is supposed to crown him some great. You can't make this shit up, bro. You can't make this shit up. People just say anything. And I guarantee you, he fight Bud Crawford at 40 years old. People are going to find any reason. The Boots detractors, they're going to find any reason not to give that man credit for the win. I guarantee you, because that's how weird these boxing fans is. Teach, what's good with it?
To look like nobody has no humility these days. Not too many guys. You don't have no humility these days. And like I'm saying, I said this analogy, you know, everybody's gonna act tough in front of the camera, you know. Nobody's gonna never admit their vulnerabilities or their shortcomings. It's hard to do that, you know, in front of the people. You know, I don't know why, but actually you take some of the sting off when you do, you know. Like I said this before. I seen Muhammad Ali was Cassius Clay at the time. They asked him where he was ranked at. He said, I rate myself about number 2.
Butcher, what's good,
right
homie?
after I forgot some guy. And you know, as much as pride and bravado that he had, like I said, to hear him say that at this time, he said, I rate myself about number 2, you know, and these guys can learn from that. So you put a mic in front of their face, they're gonna say it, but they're gonna say what you want to, what you know what I mean, to try to make themselves look good, you know. And so that's all they doing. You know, Eddie's doing a great job as a promoter, but like I said, it's falling on deaf ears for real. And so they didn't already up the ante with Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz then said it on multiple platforms that he was ready to take the fight. I don't see that he has nothing barring that Xander gives him a shot.
I'll say this though about the Turkey shit. That boogeyman shit is just some people pushing. Turkey is admitted to putting out disinformation, bro, or misinformation, should I say? You know what I mean? With for the boxing public, like he's admitted to this. So I think that's just something people do. They try to push, make a guy look scary, but in reality, ain't nobody scared of him, bro. If that money right, people gonna fight at the end of the day. And you just seen a situation fall out with Bakram and Lubin. Lubin said it. He said it. He spoke about his backing or lack thereof, and he said it was just too much negotiating. They just couldn't get nowhere. Then he said the Golden Boy situation with Virgil Ortiz was more lucrative and their business was in order. So what is that telling you? You get what I'm saying? Bakram the champion, but their business wasn't in order, so he ended up missing out on the fight. You know what I mean? That would have been a good title defense. It would have been a good opportunity for Lubin to get in there with Bakram, man. Because look, I'm not gonna say he overrated. But I think the boogeyman angle is a little overstated with Bakram, bro. I don't think he no damn boogeyman. And I'm with Dub. I don't think it's no boogeymans in boxing, bro. Everybody can get their ass beat on the right night.
Or, you know, he takes a shot at Bakram himself, or you know, obviously Fandora and them is still tangled up with the Keith Thurman situation. So if he doesn't fight any one of those guys, you know, let's just see him do that. I don't want to see him fight if he fights the WBA champion, man, we might as well just cancel it.
What's his name?
I don't want to hear nothing else about Boots no more. If he doesn't fight the guys that he said, Bakram, Virgil Ortiz. Who else is the other champion? Pandora's got 2 belts. Bakram got the one, and the other guy got the other one. So if he's not
Xander
fighting,
Zayas.
Yeah,
Xander Zayas. Okay, so if he
all facts, bro. You don't wait on nobody. You gotta keep it moving.
Any of them guys, and I favor him over Xander, and I favor him. I think him and Virgil Ortiz is a 50-50 fight, because I feel like Virgil Ortiz is not going to be awed by those combinations or nothing. You know, I'm not feeling that he's going to be awed by those combinations. I feel like he's going to be able to deal with it somewhat. Now, if Boots step it up a little bit and, you know, surpass him, like I say, I believe he could do that too. You know, he had to go up another gear on him. He could do that too, but let's just see it now. I don't want to see nothing else. If this guy, out of all that talk, you just seen him say all that talk, right? In the locker room, after the fight in the ring, all that talk, and he fight a boss. Come on now.
Yeah. And I ain't going for ETB. I ain't going for it. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of Boots slander going on. Fan afraid, their favorite fighter to fight Boots, and a lot of these fighters not gonna want to fight Boots. I'm telling you, I don't understand why he getting this slander like this, bro. I get it, but I don't. I don't get the slander. Criticism I'm cool with, but the slander, everything boxing, they wild. They act like not too long ago it looked like nobody wanted to fight him, and now that he's trying to get his business in order and make the best fight, I think after this point, people are a bit impatient because of how many fights he got or how old he is. But I don't think your age and stuff has anything to do with the opportunities that you get. And we seen how Boots was being moved when he was over there with Cameron Duncan. How many fights did he have? If truth be told, everything boxing, people low key, sleeping on what Eddie Hearn has been able to do for Boots since he got him. Because look how many fights he had without Eddie versus the fights that he had with him. And now he can call himself a unified champion in position to compete for a championship in his second weight class. So, you know, Eddie's been doing pretty good for Boots. So I think people just being premature with the slander, like always. You know what I'm saying? Like always. Yeah, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button, sub to the channel.
I hear you. He's definitely a new name. I mean, yeah, he did a great job beating what was this the Cuban Talise. Yeah, he did a number on him for sure.
Now we know Talise. He was he just Cuban. So we're gonna give him 1,000 credit because he's Cuban.
And beat a kind of a worn down J-Rock.
That's
okay,
a fact,
well, J-Rock, we know J-Rock was after Jason Rosario jumped on him. So we knew J-Rock was finished. We knew J-Rock was finished when Hernandez beat him on the undercard of Tyson Fury 3. We knew that.
All right, man. Shout out to Bernie. It's another one where he was talking about, he was comparing Boots. Well, he was saying he don't see why people compare Boots and Crawford. Can't really compare them outside of them being switch hitters. He has some interesting stuff to say, but this is the thing. As far as Boots being cooked, to me, bro, as long as when your number is called and it's time for you to get in the ring and prove what you're worth, you do that. I think the only true way Boots is going to get cooked is if somebody cook him in the actual boxing ring, right? It's a reason why. Like, think about something, y'all. I want to really point something out and be serious with this. Think about how long you heard them bullshit narratives about Terence Crawford. They trying to convince you all the way, even to this day, someone still try to make the argument that he ain't never fought nobody. He was too little, he was light in the ass. You've heard all of these different narratives, and look how he stood the test of time. Look how he proved all those people wrong. You know why those narratives, why people go so hard? Because they knew what kind of talent he was. They just didn't want to accept it. I think the same thing with Boots. I think he cut from a similar cloth, right? Nah, his career ain't been crafted and structured the way Terence Crawford, but Boots is Boots, Crawford is Crawford. But you know talent when you see it. You know that shit jump off your TV screen. You know what you're seeing when you're watching Boots. You just want to see it against the absolute best fighters in the world, right? And that's cool. But I think now, as I've been saying, and I'm going to keep saying, he in a position to do that. Why won't people just wait and see it? Why don't you wait to see somebody actually beat him before you start saying how he hype it, this and that? He's way past hype, bro. You get what I'm saying? When he get in there with some of y'all favorite fighters at 54, it's probably going to be a bad night for them. And I'm going to keep on saying it. That dude is going, you can clearly see the way he beat Lima. You know he got a lot more to offer to 54 than that. And it's going to take a different kind of guy to beat Boots, yo. It is. No run-of-the-mill guys running up on Boots and just doing what you want to him. Think nobody was ducking Boots. I think it was lowballing offers. This is the thing with that. We've been conditioned to call offers low balls, but if you offering people more money than they've made in their career, and that's a consistent theme, and they all trying to get career high paydays, I don't think it's a low ball as much as it's people probably overplaying their hand. Like, think about it. Rashidi Ellis, the same money that Lima took, Rashidi Ellis' team said no initially and then came back and said it was enough, right? See what I'm saying? They try to pull that low ball shit, but look, Lima, you know what I mean? Slow feet don't eat. Lima said, give me that shit ASAP, and then he got the fight. If he would have said yeah to it, he would have had the fight. Shout out to P. Hunter. You get me? Boyd is them just bug for people. Boots has talent. 35 fights in and ain't fought no comp, but I rise with Boots. I'm tired of the excuse, and Lima was trash. The thing is, bro, I ain't gonna call no top 10 fighter trash. I'm not gonna call a top 10 fighter trash. I'm not gonna say he no damn world beater. He not one no elite level talent. He not on Boots level, but I ain't gonna call him no trash. That's just a little silly. Top 10 ranked guy, I give him some respect for that. I ain't gonna trash him, but he still ain't on Boots level. Let's be clear. But we keep talking about how many fights he got, bro. Can you tell me, mind yours? Let's talk about it. Let's have this conversation, bro, because let's get rid of some of this Boots slander and hatred. with 35 fights, mind yours, what big fight was there for him? What big fight was there? What big fight at 47 was there that he turned down? Get what I'm saying? What big fight was there for him? Now he's in a division where there's big fights to be made for him, and we just not allowing him to get his foot in the door and fight. We rushed the judgment too quick. But Norman Jr. didn't happen because you say that's to Boots' fault. They sent 3 different offers. I'm not blaming nobody. They just wasn't able to agree, come to terms. They ran out of time, and Brian Norman went and fought Sasaki. Boots went and fought Stanionis. The rest was history. But that's not on Boots. That's not on Boots, right? It's not Boots saying no to fights. That's business related. You just, somebody, was it you that just mentioned low ball offers? Is that Boots? Boots is not responsible for that. That's Eddie Hearn's job, because Eddie Hearn even said it's his job to get those fights, to get these guys in the ring with Boots. You got to, and to do it, they need money, bro. They need that bread. They gonna need that bread. They gonna need it. When nobody really trying to fight Bud and Earl and cleared it out, I'm not blaming Boots. It's Eddie. Now that's what I'm saying though. Mind yours, but look, dig this, bro. It's not. I don't even want to blame Eddie, because with the amount of how many fights did Boots fight for Eddie? What has it been? 4? Have it been 4? And about that many fights, what is it? 4 of them. He's made him a unified champion. I don't think Eddie is failing him. Eddie just need more time to prove what he's going to be able to do at 54. We seen what he was able to do at 47, right? They left there being unified champions. Respect to that. Now, it's a clean slate. He got 1 fight in, and that's on to the next. Get what I'm saying? So now you got a bunch of names that he could fight, right? You don't got to struggle for names at 54. You could just dig in the hat and pull a name out, and it's a good one. So you just got to wait and see. Yeah, but look, I the reason why I don't quote Turkey, I just got to say this to you again. Mind yours. I don't quote a guy that's on record, bro, admitting to putting out misinformation in effort to get a reaction out of the boxing fans. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's nasty work. So I'll say this. I'll take what he say with a grain of salt. Like, we spoke to some of Boots' peoples. That shit that Turkey saying, as far as him saying tune-ups, they're saying he didn't say that. I know that's what you talking about, what Turkey said about him. Like, and again, I'm going to pull up Robert Garcia. Robert Garcia talked about him. They said he wanted tune-ups. They told them the same thing. All these guys coming at Boots, and nobody's saying nothing. Shout out to Cornelius. So, look, man, Boots said it before. If you ain't hear from him, it ain't valid, bro. It ain't valid. You smell me. It ain't valid. He could have fought Crawford, but switched divisions. It would have been premature. I call Charlo. Shit, in a perfect world. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? We trashing Boots like we ain't see Virgil fight Frederick Lawson and Thomas Delorme. Right? We get it. He was trying to check out the health, make sure everything was working. We get it. But nobody killed him for that. Boots said he wanted to test out the division with a fight. He got one. You know what I'm saying? And now he on to the next. He on to the next, man. I'm telling you, the slander gonna stop once he get the fights, bro. Watch what I tell you. They gonna have to move the goalpost somewhere else. I'm trying to tell y'all. They're gonna have to move that goalpost somewhere else, y'all. Turkey barely understand English. Rashidi for 500K would have been respected. No, Rashidi should have took that money, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? The butcher. You can't name no price when you've been out of sight, out of mind. Hey, the butcher. What's the last fight Rashidi Ellis had, bro? Get what I'm trying to say? Get what I'm trying to say? Like, and now you talking about you want how much? And you ain't been doing shit, right? You should have took that money. I think he beat Villa. I really did. You know what I'm saying? Hey, everything, bro. They gonna move the hell out that goalpost. They gonna move the hell out that goalpost when these fights get made. They gonna be saying, man, I just wanted to see him fight somebody, man. I knew he was good. I just need to see him fight. Maybe, yeah, Lima was a tune-up for sure. Reef, my guy. Yeah, Lima was a tune-up. G. Your favorite fight? Who your favorite fighter at 54? Or who you think is the toughest test? He gonna turn He gonna turn whoever y'all think the toughest test at 54 into a tune-up. Watch. I'm telling you, what Breadman Edwards say? Huh? He said, what he say? He got the fight between Boots and what he say with the fight with Boots and Virgil? 80-20. AP. Talk to him, man. Hey, my guy, talk to him. The more I think about AP, the more I think about it, bro, the more I'm starting to feel like, man, y'all better be glad they ain't make Virgil and Boots yet. Y'all better be watch. I'm standing on this. I think it's gonna be a bad night. And Boots is gonna be and one mixtape Boots, like he always is, bro. You get me? He gonna be and one mixtape Boots. Hold on, y'all. He gonna be and one mixtape Boots, like he always is. All right, we good. Hannibal was good. He said, I just hope Boots don't end up another tank. I feel you, man. I know they paths are different. They paths are different for sure. Look, I think what Boots need to do is stay the course, bro. Stay the course. If you read up with Eddie Hearn, you obviously believe that he can do for you what he said he can do for you. Now he just got to sit there, stay the course. You beat up Lima, they gonna talk shit, but real ones know. First round knockout was impressive. You really showed that guy ain't belong in the ring with you. You left no doubt whatsoever. And those kind of performances keep people talking, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, right? It doesn't even matter. The fact is that they're talking, and they're going to be talking more shit to the next time you get in the ring. If you get in the ring with a Bass Baru, I'm going to salute it. It'll be a champion. If you fight one of them name guys, I'm going to salute it too, because that's what he said. He said the names or the belts or both. That's where we at. Hey, man. Yo. I hate to make, I've been thinking this more and more, bro. And I hate to say tailor-made, but I'm starting to feel like that too, bro. It's just like, all right, man. Virgil, I think offensively is more creative than Stanionis per se, right? I think he's a little more to figure out than Stanionis, right? But ultimately, like his approach is very similar, right? Coming in that straight line, like he don't rely on no athleticism. Virgil coming that straight line, and he trying to grind you down behind the jab, good body shots, hooks, etc. Right? He got a bag offensively, but I think his approach, just coming straight line and throwing everything hard. Everything is a fastball or hard, a fastball with Virgil. I think Boots being able to mix it up, being more versatile with his approach and his attack, having more of a bag, being more athletic, right? I think that shit could be a bit of a puzzle for Virgil, man. I think Boots can end up forcing Virgil to have to adjust to him, and if he's unable to do it, it's going to look like everything boxing saying. It's going to look tailor-made, just from a style standpoint, right? Somebody said Stanionis 2.0. I didn't want to go that far, but I'm starting to see why they saying that shit. I don't know, y'all. Stanionis 2.0 might be legit. Stanionis 2.0 might be legit, y'all. I don't know. We're gonna talk about it though, because we're gonna Virgil a beast though. But he might be. Said, do you think he knocking Ellis out? Nah. I think Rashidi Ellis is better than that. The Butcher. He ain't getting out of there in no one round. But don't think he can't get knocked out. I don't like triangle theories much, but you seen how it looked when they both fought a common opponent. That shit was night and day. Let's see what Breadman had to say, man. Shout out to Mill City again. Y'all double tap that screen, man. Hit y'all like.
And Jaron Ennis?
I think that's the biggest fight as far as the public. Like everybody wants it.
Commercial.
Yeah, commercial. The pay-per-view model is Black versus Mexican. That's been selling.
Man, bro, it'll get bad. Everything boxing.
I think the first big Black versus Mexican fight that I could remember in my lifetime, huge one, was Taylor versus Chavez. Taylor was the gold medalist. Chavez had the undefeated pretty record. You know what I mean? Unification fight, two undefeated guys. And that was 1990. That's 35 years ago. And ever since then, it's been big Black versus Mexican fights. Chavez versus Whitaker, Whitaker versus De La Hoya versus Mosley, Mosley versus Margarito, De La Hoya versus Hopkins, De La Hoya versus Mayweather versus oh man, who's the Mexican guy Mayweather for? Marquez Mayweather versus Canelo. You know what I mean? Like the black versus Mexican thing, it sells really well, on pay-per-views. They undefeated, they 2 punchers, they got high knockout percentages. It's a good selling point, you know what I mean? And so I think it's the biggest fight. I don't know if we know who's the best yet, because Fedora is still there. Zayas is still there. The guy who beat Tellez, Abbas. We don't know if Ortiz is going to beat Lubin. You know what I mean? He got to win the fight first in the ring. Lubin is a capable, formidable opponent. So we got some dark horses at 54, but hopefully everything gets cleared up, because it kind of, honestly, I'm getting tired of this era of boxing, of everything marinating to these guys in their 30s. It turns me off. You know what I mean? So hopefully they could fight in the first quarter of next year and it'd be a big fight.
He would entertain going down to 160, but then you got that big Canelo rematch possibility as well. I mean, you're right. He really still holds those belts at 168.
Honestly, man, I think it's so far away. Like, Boots got to clear out at least 4 young undefeated guys. Bakram, I think it's just too far away unless Turkey and Terence came up with a master plan to get the fight. I just don't know how we could do that. That's honestly me being honest. And if we do it, Crawford is 38 now. He'd be 39 or 40. I don't even know if Boots will get credit for it.
I'm telling you, the way these boxing fans think, let Boots fight Crawford, and Crawford 40 years old. Think about it. Crawford older than Canelo, and they still don't want to give him credit for that. You think they won't want to give Boots, a guy that they've been slighting all his career, credit because he fought a 40-year-old Crawford, even though it's still going to be respectable and it'd be a big feat, but they still not going to give credit because that's just how weird these boxing fans are.
Really?
You know what I mean? I don't.
Because he would possibly be like 40, almost 40. They'll start talking about it like that.
Yeah, they're going to start saying, like, I got so many people that's like, instead of giving Crawford credit for Canelo, they like, Canelo slipped. He wasn't the same. This, that, and the other. And I'm like, come on, dog.
That he needed to get operated.
Yeah, and I'm like, come on, man. When that fight got announced, I was the first person that said Crawford was going to beat him over a year ago. I stuck with it. The man is older than him. Y'all said Crawford struggled with Madrimov. Y'all said it. Y'all said, how he going to struggle with Madrimov at 54 and beat Canelo at 68? And then when he do it, people move the goalposts. So I don't even want to get into no Boots and Crawford talk. You know what I'm saying? Nobody got into Crawford and Floyd, and Crawford and Floyd is the same years apart as Boots and Wichicombe. Nobody ever tried to make them fight. So I don't want to get into that because I don't really know if it's possible for them to fight. It would have been great if Floyd would have gave Crawford a shot, but he didn't, and nobody cared. It wasn't like it was a duck. It wasn't a duck. It was like they kind of different eras, even though they fighting at the same time. So I don't really know if it's possible because Boots will have to leave 54, and it's a bunch of work at 54. Crawford will have to come down from 68 and clear out 68, which ain't no guarantee. You know what I mean? It's like too much room. We got to see some more things happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting into it, Bakram, he came on Twitter, said, I'm ready. The least, when it comes down to like popularity, Eddie Hearn did say that the easiest fight to be made is Bakram. Tell me, do you feel like, is that the matchup that you would you think that Ennis would get the credit for? He is a champion, the so-called boogeyman at 154 pounds. Tell me what you think about the matchup if it could be made.
I think it's a good matchup, but I think he would get more credit for Ortiz because Ortiz is more popular, and that's what the fans seem to want the most. But doesn't mean Ortiz is the best. He could be the best. We don't know yet. You know what I mean? We judging Bakram off of one fight, even though I think that Bakram is a harder matchup for Boots because he can counterpunch. He was counterpunching, but we judging him off of Tim Tszyu, And Tim Tszyu turned out to be not the guy everybody thought he was. You know what I'm saying? So again, this is fluid. We got to just keep seeing how this go. We got to keep seeing who's willing to fight who. We got to keep seeing, you know what I'm saying, Mills? Like, we got to just keep seeing. Like, I don't want to judge and start, put my foot in my mouth and get on here screaming and hollering about who's willing to do this. And I don't care about all of that. That get kind of corny to me. I think we just all got to keep saying it's about 6 or 7 dudes that all think that they the best and they got to fight. Xander, Abaz, Fandora, Bakram, Lubin got something to say. Boots got something to say. Ortiz got something to say. So we got to just see. Let everybody figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Jay Wick, thank you for the 5-piece. Gamboa, Amir Khan, Kel Brook, Benavides Jr., Spence Porter, Hank Lund, style, Boots resume not remotely close to stop making the comparison. I mean, we're just, I'm asking.
He didn't fight all those people by 28. Dudes just always want to jump around and just start talking, and they don't listen.
Get him,
I said
man.
by the time they were 28, their resumes were similar. He had fought Khan and Kell Brook and Benavides and all of those.
Can we expect to see Plant versus Charlo? That's something I hope so, man. They both sound like they want it, and we all know I know you still hear the sound of that slap, OTB, in the back of your mind, in your head. You hear that slap, you like, they gotta run it. At this point, it ain't even up to them. They gotta do it. The people have spoken. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to OTB, man. My guy, Bakram too dangerous. Bakram gonna get chopped up. Remember, once upon a time, Tim Tszyu was Bakram. Hey, Dub, just right on time. Shout out to the plug, man. My guy, L-Dub, the plug. Hey, Dub, tell him, man. Ain't no damn boogeymans, G. I was just talking about you a little while ago. Ain't no boogeymans, G. Bakram, y'all gonna keep talking that boogeyman stuff till y'all see Bakram get Tim Tszyu. I'm trying to tell you. Respected Tim Tszyu, but everybody look like that at first, bro. Everybody look like that at first, man. You gonna get their ass beat. Shout out to my dog, man. How you been, Brody? Hey, man, you gotta check your DM, OTB. Should have just hit your other joint, but check your DM. Boo Hustle, man, in the building. Dub said, nope, he hate that. That's why I be messing with him. I know he hate it. And I'm right there with you. The more you say it, the more I see why you don't like it.
Spence and Sean Porter and all those guys by he was 28. Stop his resume in 2015, and the resumes look a little similar. That's why I get a little irritated. I don't like talking boxing with people because jokers always jumping up saying shit and they don't know what they be talking about. I never said Boots' resume was as good as Crawford's. I said at 28 it was kind of similar because both of them had to go through.
Get him, man. Get his ass.
And super guys. Look at me at 28. I didn't say this was better. I said they were similar. That's all I said.
Yeah.
The dude gave you $5 for nothing.
Yo, I love it. Shout out to Breadman. That's one of the coolest dudes in boxing, bro. He got irritated right there. Told y'all damn trolls, shut up and listen. It's crazy, y'all, because look, the people in the chat think they know better than the guy that's teaching this shit, that's involved in this shit, that got experience firsthand in this shit. Shout out to Breadman. Calling it real, man. Y'all gonna put some respect on Boots' name. All I'm saying, let's get back to building these fighters up. I'm a broken record. I say the same shit every day, y'all. I see the same shit every single day. You get what I'm saying? I see the same shit every single day, bro. Let's build these guys up, bro. I don't know about all this tearing guy. Oh, it's not better than Crawford's. Shut up, man. It's hard to compare people's resumes because everybody's opportunity is not the same. So it's a stupid argument. I didn't know Crawford had a resume now because they told me he ain't fought nobody. But a broken, injured Earl Spence and the old faded Canelo Alvarez that didn't really try. That's what they doing the Crawford resume right now. Now how convenient it is to highlight that Crawford actually has a resume when it's time to shit on Boots. Man, y'all gotta shut up, man. Boots is Boots, Crawford is Crawford, bro. Different paths, man. Different paths. At the end of the day, what they got in common, I think they cut from that cloth, man. Them some dogs, man. Them some dogs, man. And people gonna find out, man. The hard way. I love Breadman Edwards, man. That was real right there. Ah, yes, sir. That's why I call him L-Dub, the plug. Raymond Moore Ty versus Andy Cruz purse bid tomorrow. I like that. I like that, Dub. Appreciate you, my guy. I like that. I like it. I like it. I like it. 154 tournament. Hey, Carlos, we need one. We need a Super 6 at 154. Fans with weak resumes because they're scared their favorite fighter may get beat. That's what I'm saying, yo. Shout out to my dog, man, Ryan. Boxing Talk. Up north with it. That's my dog, man. Appreciate you being a member. Much love, much appreciation to my guy, man.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to Ryan. Much love, my guy. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button if y'all haven't, man. But look, just to speak on that briefly, man, that's good news. Because it was a rumor, Dub. I didn't see you speak on it, so I didn't never think it was valid. I just took it as a rumor that Raymond Moore Ty was possibly thinking about vacating his title and not fighting Andy Cruz. And I'm like, that's pretty stupid. He just got it. Like, that'll make him look bad if you just avoid smoke with Andy Cruz. You know what I'm saying? Right when you got in position to defend your title, that'd be wild. But now you're saying the purse bid tomorrow. That's good news, man, for the sport. That's good news for 135. We get some more motion in the division with far as like championship fights, some meaningful fights. Sam Noakes, Abdullah Mason coming up. Another great fight. Shakur trying to secure a TO. Like, I see some good things, man. I just want to see some more motion at 35, man. It shouldn't be a log jam. I just want to see the best guys fight, win, lose, and draw, man. Whoever feel like they're the best, you got an opportunity to prove it, man. That's all I want to see. Got Andy Cruz winning that fight. It'd be a tricky fight for Moore Ty. You know what I mean? He got a Robert Garcia in his corner, man. Got a good corner, man. Damn it, I wonder what platform, because Top Rank, if you're looking for a home, out of your zone because of Andy. Could be. I'm hearing Top Rank can end up on multiple platforms or something like that, something to that effect. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. We're gonna find out. More Ty knows that's an L. Shit. The top fight don't make sense to vacate now. Yeah, he just got the belt and B-side champion plus Top Rank. Don't have a deal now. Yeah, he gotta make some shape. He gonna have to stand on business. That's a good fight. It's a dangerous fight, but good fight for both guys, man. Muay Thai got the power to hurt Andy, and Andy got the boxing ability and skill to give Muay Thai a headache. I think so too, with the overall boxing ability, with the fact that he got more experience as a pro dub and got some good punching power as well. With a good corner in Robert Garcia. So I think it could be a really good fight for sure. For sure, but let's keep rolling. Double tap the screen. Oh, how long we gonna be in today, but we're gonna rock out. I do know that. Her stars, yeah, I was hearing multiple different platforms as a possibility that they could end up on. Let's get this up.
So Boots Ennis, interim double.
Look good.
He looked great.
Boots' name in everybody's mouth, and I told y'all that was the plan. Everybody, you can never make everybody happy, right? Even if he was fighting Virgil right out the gate, yeah, most of the boxing world probably would have been cool, but it would have been somebody complaining the fact that he could have fought him at a different time or he should have fought him at 47. They would have said something stupid. Oh, he fighting him after he didn't look good against Madrimov or Boychuk, something stupid like that, right? But his name was going to be buzzing. Good, bad, or indifferent. They talking about him, so they're going to be talking to the next time he get back in that ring.
He looked good. He did what he had to do against
a top-level opponent.
Shut the fuck up with us. He did what he had to do against that type of guys, you know.
But Eddie Hearn said, oh, he destroys Virgil.
Eddie did. Look, did you see Boots right next to Eddie? Right next to Eddie? Like, shut the fuck up. Don't say too much, man. Like, give me one more fight. I need one more.
Nah,
you
Boots
could tell right
wasn't
away. He wants 2 tune-up fights. This was the first one. Next one, he's going to get 2 or 3 more rounds. You know, that's what he wants.
Okay, Boots against Xander. Who wins?
Boots is good, bro.
Okay, I agree. Boots against
even with the criticism, y'all. Even with the criticism, when asked about who he think will win out of these guys, just listen to what he's saying.
Xander, who wins?
Boots is good, bro.
Okay, I agree. Boots against Bakram. You know Bakram is
Boots.
You think Boots? That's what Virgil told me too.
Yeah, Boots is a good fighter.
Okay, Boots and Virgil. What do you think? How does it end?
That's what I was going to do. But that's what he needs to say. No, let's go do it next. You know, Eddie's the one doing it. He's over there like, oh, don't say too much. No, Boots could fight, bro. Boots is a good fucking fighter. But I know they won the 2 tune-up fights, and that's a fight. You know, it's not like I'm fucking making it up. They did want it, and he got his first, so he might want another one.
See, the only thing I don't like about boxing, it'd be a lot of he said, she said. Like, they heard he wanted 2 tune-ups, so I can't tell Robert what his truth is. Somebody told him that. I don't think he making it up or hating, but there's more of a conversation to have about somebody critiquing Boots than just making some shit up. Snack logo on the back. Snack defined. You get me?
But look,
and he got the quick stoppage.
He just fought. We're just fighting in 4 weeks. So sometime next year the fight should happen. It has to happen. That's a fight that tell me Virgil's gonna try to say, oh, I'm not ready for it.
Yeah, Virgil gonna be the second tune-up, right?
Virgil told me that twice they asked for that fight and twice they were turned down, correct?
Well, they offered it twice.
And you said yes.
Second tune-up.
And they said
it's fucking big money. It's big money.
Look, they both hold interim titles, you know, WBA and WBC. But they don't have to have any of the main to make it the biggest fight in the division. That's the biggest fight in the division.
Tank and Ryan was for Nobel, who's a major fight.
That's the biggest fight in the division. Both, it would do really good numbers on pay-per-view because they should put it on pay-per-view. I think it would do really good numbers on pay-per-view, and the gate would be.
But if they fight, how would it happen? Because the let's say the 2 interims, right? There's no such thing.
There's no unification, so they'll just fight for one.
So that one person that one.
Sound like they're already strategizing, Cornelius, about how to not make the fight next. That's what I'm getting from it.
Because they should put it on pay-per-view. I think it would do really good numbers on pay-per-view, and the gate would be.
But if they fight, how would it happen? Because the let's say the 2 interims, right? There's no such thing.
There's no unification, so they'll just fight for one.
So that one person that one. Virgil. It's boxing. Let me make some phone calls. They will. They probably will.
Unify intern champions.
The way boxing is, they probably will do a unification. They probably will do a unification.
I believe it.
So you know.
Okay, but Eddie Hearn, or not Eddie Hearn, Breadman.
You're not unifying no damn intern belts, Robert.
Man, Caleb's
That'd be
said
crazy.
That if
Unified.
Boots, it's 80-20 in favor
intern
of
champions, man.
I don't even know who that is, but you know, everybody's gonna have opinions. You know, Eddie thinks that too. Eddie bets his house. Eddie wants to bet a house, right?
Are you ready to take the keys?
Well, you know, like Rick told him. I think Rick right away said something. Look, Eddie, and it's true. Eddie doesn't have a good record with Rick.
Was it a unification though? Like, you get what I'm saying? It's different. Like when you unifying, like I know they might be up for grabs, but it's like when a unify. I never heard of a unified intern belt to me. And I mean, that is the situation, but I don't remember them being like, yeah, this is unified intern champ.
I think Rick's like 3-0 with him, right?
The A-side narrative on the low.
So Eddie has to be careful.
Okay, so Keith, one time Thurman did a video and he said that he wants to see the medical reports. He doesn't believe Fondora's injury, and he called Fondora and his dad bitches.
Well, look, injury.
Yeah, he said I did hear something about them saying, I heard that somewhere else too. About them talking about making them an offer he can't refuse. I hope that's the case, because if that's the case, then I think we'll see the fight. If they start unifying interns, just throw the damn belts away, yeah. That'd be, well, I can see him being on the line, but making it like a unification for the intern.
Does Fondora have that record of pulling out of fights?
Fondora don't pull out or anything.
I wouldn't go far as calling his dad and him that, but I would ask for the doctor's note.
No, that's something. It should be mandatory.
There's HIPAA laws. You can't show medical reports to strangers. No,
but he can't ask for a doctor's note for the commission.
Yeah, they should. No, they should see it. They should present it.
What is the injury?
It's a big fight. Yeah, they should.
So they did make the offer.
I have no idea.
And I think we can get that fight for now. At least I really
They
do.
said a hand injury, from what I read.
But what does that mean?
I mean, well, he could have a, like.
It happens in boxing, man. There is injuries in boxing.
Here, someone on the live says that Virgil is the best at 154.
Dude, I'm telling you, him versus Woods is fucking huge fight.
It would sell. It would sell.
Oh my God.
You like the fight?
It would do good numbers on pay-per-view. It would do good numbers in the gate. Wherever it happens, wherever it's gonna be, it would be fucking unbelievable.
But Robert, why do some fighters get very easy fights for a title shot, and some fighters have to go to hell and back?
See, sometimes it doesn't matter because, like, we don't really do stuff like that. But even with Matchroom, you know, guys on the undercard, because this happened a lot, especially with guys that we have with Matchroom, okay? Guys in my gym. Give me, can you give me somebody a little bit lighter? You know, this guy, you know, he's not ready. You know, I think, you know, he's fighting 8 rounds or he's fighting 10 rounds, but, you know, give me some. Oh no, the zone won't approve it. The zone won't approve it. But they approved this fucking shit on the main event, Boots versus Lima. You know what I mean? So don't fucking tell me, oh no, they won't approve it. When it's a fucking undercard fight, when it's probably the first TV fight or, you know, first or second TV fight, oh no, they won't approve it. The zone won't approve it. They won't pay the money for that fight. Motherfucker, but what you guys just did last Saturday was approved and was fucking, you know. Right.
If it benefits them for the next one, they'll do it.
But when it's happened to me, like with the guy, give me somebody, you know, somebody else. Can you give me another, you know, give me another 2-3 options? Hopefully, you know, más livianito. Oh, we can't. The zone won't approve it. Motherfuckers, the zone won't approve it, but they approve this shit. Right? They approve that.
Okay, have you ever heard of Lima before?
Never.
Have you ever heard of Lima before? Have you?
Never knew.
Virgil. I never.
I mean, he is. They have him ranked in the top 10. We gotta stop like writing guys completely off just because we haven't heard of him.
I never knew who he was.
But he was
a lot of fighters you never heard of.
Never had an idea who he was.
What happened?
But this won't make the headlines, Damon. You won't hear no Robert Garcia live stream talking about they hating on Boots. You'll see the Shakur Stevenson dissing Boots. But all this shit they saying in here, boy, it's gone. We're begging for chairs. I'm telling you. Never forget, they put out that statement. They needed 48 months to be ready.
That's what I heard.
Never forget, y'all. Never forget.
But it's just boxing, man. But honestly, Boots, great fucking fighter.
Very talented.
Great fucking fighter. That's what I'm telling you. That's the biggest fight. They don't have to hold the main WBC or the main WBA. That's the biggest fight at 154.
But
and
first,
it needs to happen.
November 8th. Lubin.
And Rick will bet that house with Eddie.
Where's the house? Is it in London? Is it in America?
Imagine the house in London. Or how about that one that's on TV, the one where they have their offices?
The mansion over there.
That's just a badass house. That's a sick ass house.
By the way, it's fight week for Chop Chop. Is he here yet?
Yeah, Chop Chop's here.
Oh, there he is. Chop Chop. He's focused. Talking to his driver?
No, sponsor. He's sponsoring Chop Chop.
Chop Chop has a lot of sponsors, as he should.
Where's George? George has sold.
All right.
He sold.
Time for this to go off now. Man, but see their criticism of Boots, but at the end of the day, their criticisms is the same. They talk about the opponent, not so much Boots. When it comes to Boots, they know what kind of talent he is. They know what kind of fight that's gonna be for Virgil when they make it, bro. So it's hard to knock him truly because he gonna give your fighter hell. What you gonna say then? You get what I'm saying? When he put your fighter through absolute hell, what you gonna say then?
You get me? So there's only so much they can say. I get it. Nobody knew Lima. That was weird. For 10 years from now, we trade Boots versus Ortiz with the biggest fight at 154. And one of the kids see they fought for interns. People ain't gonna believe they're the top dogs. Yeah, if they, you never know though, Ryan. I see why you'll say that, but with the way this generation is, the way the belts having less and less value depending on the situation and who they're attached to. But yeah, maybe. But that's what I think. That's why I don't see it being next. I see Boots positioning himself for a title. If he can fight for one, I could see that fight being with a title on the line and being bigger because of it. I could really see that. I could see it happening that way. I really could. Tell you in the building, what's good, homie? How you feeling, bro? We'll see, man. We'll see, man. We'll see. Boots in a good position right now, man. I think people doubting him. I think he more than willing and ready to fight these guys. Eddie just got to get on the job, man. Get on the job, Edward Hearn just got to do his job, bro. That's it. We're gonna keep moving, man. What else didn't I play for y'all, man? Y'all know I be having all types of these little clips, man, with these guys. But that was Robert and Virgil Ortiz, 2 different clips talking about Boots. His opponent belt lives matter. They do though. But hold on. I want to hear what it's like to hate on Boots. Let me get to it though, because we got some stuff. We got some.
If you're really not happy with Tank, first off, don't watch Tank. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? You support it, then.
Eddie Hearn mentioned at the post-fight, and I wanted to get your comments or at least your rebuttal to this. He mentioned that he had offered Boots to you for this fight, for this date.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Stop lying. Eddie, stop lying. All right? Don't be. Come on now. Fake news. This is America, baby. I'm going to call you out like Trump. Fake news. Alert. Fake news, crazy, people. 100% fake. Please. I'm an easy guy to talk to. I'm an easy guy to talk to. Talk to me. Make it happen. Talk to me. Don't talk about me. Don't talk like you talk. Talk to me. All right? We can get you the right people. Call up Marcos. Marcos got my number.
I ain't never seen
Eddie. Call Marcos. Marcos got my number. I ain't gonna put it out there. He got my number. You
he
can
was
find
in
it.
there rumbling with one of them youngest, man. That was putting belt the ass on Kevon. Virgil is in a position to get bigger fights than Boots. Charlo Spence Fandora versus Thurman winner are all strong possibilities. I wouldn't doubt it, though. I mean, he's had the opportunities thus far. Just a title shot eluded him. T. Hill, what it do, homie? Mike Fox was Thurman. Yeah, I think he spoke on it in the interview. Mike Fox, big tall. I wonder, was he the one that was tinted his windows, dog? You think Mike Fox tinted them joints? He's sitting up there with his joints tinted up.
That's what you get when you pick your tune-ups, I don't know who he fought. And I mean, I know I don't know a lot of people because I'm a family man and I'm not doing a lot of reporter analytical work these days, but I know a lot of people who didn't know who he fought. So Boots is Boots, man. He smelled blood in the first round and he handled it. I mean, he was coming out nice and calm. The kid just couldn't weather the storm. I mean, once it went downhill, it goes downhill quick, So that's the one thing about Boots is, he is a good finisher, if he can get you in that danger zone, he's fast, he's athletic, but yeah, I mean, he's definitely looking strong at 54 and he's definitely going to be a threat for anybody. I think Charlo called him out and different things. And, there's a lot more talent at 154 before before you want to crown yourself king. with one, first round knockout with a hand pick opponent. There's some good talent at 154. So
Keith will be around after January, be retired. I don't know. Look, Keith knows Boots is real. All these dudes know Boots is real. They gonna criticize the opponents because that's what fighters do. I understood where Lubin was coming from because Lubin been matched a lot tougher than most guys. So what he said, I understood it. I don't think it was coming from a place of hating. I think it was coming from a place of like experience. Like I've been tested. I haven't had the benefit to have like easy fights and have it easy. Like remember, at 21 years old, I was facing Jamel Charlo. So I think his entry into the smoke has always been different than what Boots was, right? So I think he just got a different interpretation on how to move, right? Lubin don't turn down shit. Lubin don't turn down a damn thing, but it's Colin. You feel me? But he right back in a dangerous fighting his third undefeated guy. So that's where Lubin is coming from. That's the kind of career he's had. You know what I'm saying? With tough opposition, being matched, tough fighting experienced guys when he's, you know what I mean? Few fights in. Lubin been tested, I think, throughout his career. That's why you just got to respect him. Bambo was good. Wow. And the guy actually at 54 talking about Boots, amazing. Yeah. That's why I say everybody mentioning his name, that's what that KO did, for better or for worse. And if everybody got a problem with his opponent selection, then they shouldn't have a problem being one of his opponents. Everybody that criticized, from Lubin to Virgil to Keith Thurman, all these guys, bro, they all make fights. That's good. So we're going to see what Eddie does. Eddie going to have to work his magic, y'all. He's going to have to work magic, man. He's going to have to offer up that money, y'all. You're going to have to get that bread up, man. I have to make something shake for him. You feel me? And here's the clip from Lubin, man.
No. No.
Because he doesn't have a belt?
No. He ain't got no belt, number one. And he ain't fight nobody, honestly. Lima is a prospect, if you ask me. They handed him one, for him to go look good in his hometown, 154-pound debut. It's cool, you know what I mean? Like, he did what he had to do against the dude. But even from watching that dude, his previous fights and watching, before he fought Boots, I was like, Boots is going to get rid of him. Like, his style was just tailor-made. And, the way Eddie serves it up, Eddie sit out, he puts guys like Boots against a guy like Lima, and he'd be like, oh, this is the best I've ever seen, and this and that. The way he talk is just like, it's eye-catching to the fans. So they sit there and they eat that shit up. But if you know, man. Like, if you know. Boots is he's a great fighter. I enjoyed watching the fight last night. He got rid of that dude in just one round, which is impressive. But that dude won shit. Like, Boots after the fight, he had a lot to say about the whole division. He want to fight this person. He want to fight that person. He want to fight Bakram. He want to fight Fundora. He want to fight Virgil. He want to fight me. He want to fight Charlo. But why the fuck did you just fight Lima then? Feel me? Like, fight, like, out the gate. Come out the gate fighting one of these dudes. You know what I mean? Like, that would have been more respectable in my opinion. When they it's not like a guy like myself. Like, I don't sit there and be like, let me go fight a guy like Lima, like for all the praise and to act like I'm the biggest, baddest motherfucker in the division. I mean, I'm looking to fight Fundora again. I'm looking to fight Charlo again. I'm looking to fight Ramos. I'm looking to fight one of them dudes. And I know, look, I'm fighting Vergil Ortiz. Like, check the resume, man. They didn't do their homework. They sitting there and they go off of just like anything, just pretty much anything. They follow a fighter and they see him serve somebody up like a Lima, and then they run with that type of bullshit. But like I said, if you know, you know.
Yeah, Lubin wasn't feeling that shit. He like, nah, man, Lima wasn't shit, but you know he ain't say Boots wasn't shit. Boots a phenomenal fighter. He's a great fighter. He loved watching him fight, but he know that that's not going to test Boots, right? But he called it what it is, man. They threw him one. Look, I think Eddie Hearn went through a number of guys. We all know that dudes was saying no to the fight, right? They were saying no to the fight, and they moved on. He moved on after saying no, right? And Lima said, yeah, that's who we end up fighting. It's not rocket science, man. Ain't nobody waiting, bro. You can get a guy at a cheap price, you going to get it. That's what Eddie was thinking. As soon as Lima said, yeah, it was a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? So why did he fight Lima? For the ones that followed the story, we know how he got to him. Yeah, Mac, yeah, we hit. We be knowing. That's what that title eliminator was about. Yeah, Carlos, that's true. He never fought with nobody that losing record. He always been tested and matched up pretty tough. Say stupid. After firing Jose Benavidez as a trainer. No, we talking about Pacheco. Yeah, I knew it. Talking about Pacheco, right? I said he wanted something different. Hopefully it work out for him, man. Hopefully it work out. But look, Boots' name gonna be ringing for a while. I told y'all that. I told y'all before the fight. And y'all seeing it now. What y'all seeing is the result of his name being brought up. Like, I ain't done. Just check some of these conversations out.
Like, Boots ain't got no real fan base. That last caller, he not a real Boots fan. That calling the nigga a phenom. The nigga down there 27 years old. They're talking about him and Shakur is the most duck fighters, but yet they not even taking the fights with risk. Then y'all wonder why nobody wants to watch these fighters, man. Nasty,
so you
man.
saying you treat Boots the way you treat because all the unfair treatment they gave Thurman?
No. I ain't treating Boots no type of way. Boots, he a cool fighter, entertaining fighter. He more entertaining than Shakur. He fucking up his own trajectory, man. Certain fights you supposed to take, and he ain't taking them. You know what I'm saying? I think the Villa fight was a cool fight. That was supposed to, put him over. But he really should have took that Ellis fight. He really should have took that fight. You know what I'm saying? Because we thought Rashidi won.
Only you and I thought Rashidi won. Let's be real. Didn't they offer Rashidi to fight, and they ain't take it again? Lord have mercy.
But that's at 150 pounds. Ain't nobody going up in weight, bro.
Who gives a fuck? Rashidi should have been at 54. Then dude fucking 34 years old. Don't act like Boots ain't the money.
No.
Yes.
Shout out to the boxing boys, man. These some interesting conversations. But that's what Boots to hate sound like, y'all. Boots ain't got no fan base. So who the fuck, seriously, y'all, who the hell be showing up in Philly when he fight there? Now, I'm serious, bro. Fans get on these platforms, they call into these shows, and they just say whatever comes to their mind. Like, they don't even think about or consider if it's true, accurate information or anything. It's just, Boots ain't got no fan base. So who the hell is them thousands of people that's showing up in Philly? Nobody? Like, who fans are those? You get what I'm saying? He fighting at the Wells Fargo. Who are them people showing up? When I went there, I wonder who was all them damn people that I was watching that was there. Fighters and everything. Like, who's all the people showing up? Like, who are the people that's giving the man a standing ovation when he walking out with the Undertaker theme? That didn't happen? That's not a real thing? Yeah. Speedy up there, bro. He up there. I'm always rock with Lubin, though. He a real one, man. That's another one of my cousin peoples right there. Erickson Lubin, somebody else that he made me aware of. Lubin and Shakur. Matter of fact, shout out to Core for mentioning Cuz on the podcast, man. Hold on.
I'm a Jew. Oh, all right, you safe. I dealt with some shit birthday that was July 11th.
July 11th? Yo, I know somebody's birthday that is. That might be my homie Leroy.
He lying to you.
Nah, that ain't his birthday.
Cheers to your homie. That nigga Leroy be lying, gang. For real? Hell yeah. Keep that nigga away from your family. Love, nigga.
There's a difference between a woman, bro, and a man, bro.
Listen, you know I love you. I respect everything you do. Leroy? Can I trust this nigga? Nah, real shit.
Nah, he really a real nigga.
Nah, he a bad person.
Shout out to really a real nigga, bro. I'm telling you, like,
yeah, Core.
You want to trust me or trust you on this one? I'm trusting myself.
Yeah.
But you really be knowing, though.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm trying to tell you. Like, why would you go against me?
I got to go against you, though.
If somebody was boxing right now, I'd ask you.
Yeah.
You right.
Yeah.
July 11th. Anything in July
Put some respect
is
on
no
Cuz
good.
name. You tripping.
Leilani.
Man, you better get that damn Zodiac sign shit the hell up out of here. You heard what Lee said. You heard what Core said. Nah, Leroy really a real one, right? Shout out to my cuz, man. The one that put me up on Shakur. It's good to see that they still in touch, man. You got to rock with that, man. Shout out to Shakur. With all that hate he get, he continue to be a solid guy, man. Just keep proving him wrong, G. That was funny, though, man. That was funny. That was funny, but we ain't done, though. What more Boots hate? So Boots ain't got a fan base, right? All these different people are hating, and not one video about none of this Boots hate. But they'll create the hate with Shakur and push it. So let's keep going.
Turkey told him, come back and want to talk when you want to make big fights. Till then, just keep fighting your Karens and your Limas and all that. Jaron Ennis don't want to see no parts of Devin Haney. If he think Karen is his toughest fight to date, shit, Haney will put that fucking jab on his ass and start going to work and touching him up when he jumping up and down. Because all he do is jump up and off the ground and shit like he playing basketball. Ennis ain't fucking with no Devin. Devin too sharp for him. Devin jab and Devin ability to move, and he's struggling with Karen. We know Jaron struggles with cutting off the ring. Like both Ennis and them need to go back to the drawing board when it comes down to mastering footwork. And that's the problem Mr. Jaron Boots Ennis has, is his feet. As athletic as he is, he's still quite flat-footed as well, too. And he's going to get exposed like I keep telling you guys.
Y'all gonna talk about hate, bro. He said he ain't messing with Devin Haney is crazy. He don't want to see Devin Haney, bro. I know we ain't no way for us to know it's gonna be opinionated because I doubt if we ever see that fight. But I gotta be honest with y'all when I say, man, I don't think there's no way in hell that he beats Boots, bro. Like I don't see that. I just don't see the game plan. I don't see it. Everybody mention Karen. Don't mention his day. Yeah, his chance and the fact that he been winning since Boots take. The last 2 losses was to Boots. He just fought when Boots fought the same day and won. And my guy Dub said he looked good. I didn't catch Karen. I wasn't able to catch Karen. Maybe I'll go look it up, see if I can find some footage on this fight. I heard he looked good in there. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Devin Boots just because of that dude. Yeah, you be thinking like me, bro. That's the same shit I be over here saying, like, man, look. It's that this dude, man, this damn dude, bro, he don't want to see Devin. Hold on, I think it might be one more. Shout out to the Boxing Boys. They always got some interesting callers, man. Hold on, I think I might have played this one yesterday.
I understand his comment as far as who is in this, because when you look at Devin, because he's traveled and fought so many different champions, he's the guy that fights anybody.
I don't know how many people would call in here if we did a show today called Who's the Better Fighter, Lomachenko or Jaron Boots Ennis? Loma's the best win on Devin's resume, so when he says who's Boots, arguably the best win on your resume.
So it doesn't matter that right now Devin he's looked at as the fighter that will fight anybody, that will take the challenging fights. Boots is looking at as somebody who arguably may be ducking the toughest fight. So that doesn't really hold weight compared to as far as Devin's resume.
I'm saying the ducking thing is just chatter online. He's a unified former welterweight champ and a lineal champ. That's better than JoJo. That's better than Regis. That's better than Gamboa. And while it's not better than what Loma did as a totality, I think that the debate between Loma and Ennis comes into who's the better fighter. Loma lost his second fight. Loma won a vacant title. Did Loma beat a Stanionis type of fighter? Who's his Stanionis? Durable champion like that. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I think there's a debate. What's the better win if Devin were to get the win? Is it Loma the better win or is it Boots the better win?
Yeah, man. I get it. With the experience with Devin Haney, but I don't even know how that's much of a conversation, bro. I just feel like Boots is way more of what Brian Garcia wasn't, and I know he has some unfair advantage with those power pellets. I still think Boots would be a stylistic nightmare offensively. I think he'd be all wrong for Devin,
dude talking about putting that jab on him. Yeah, he gonna put that jab on him the same way he put that jab on Ramirez. I don't know, man. I like Devin. If he had 100% Devin Haney, then he makes these kind of fights 50-50. But if he compromised, if he not 100% there, then they're a lot tougher, respectfully. But the young man can box his ass off, in my opinion. He can box his ass off. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that we know. But I want to see how much he's returned to form when he get in there November 22nd with B. Norman. We gonna find out for sure. We damn sure gonna find out. That Ron, you killed Devin on his best day. Yeah, Nick Ballin. I don't see it. Yeah, man. Hey, ETB, bro. I don't see it for him, bro. You get me? I don't see a scenario where he makes it about that fight and be healthy. Like, I don't see it. Like, I don't see it. It's gonna be all bad. You know what I'm saying? Auntie Stella cornrows is wild. What y'all talking about? My guy Southside?
Be honest. Since we being honest, let's be honest.
So all this facade, when y'all talking about with Boots and how he look like this, man, they are selling a brand to you. The minute Boots, and the reason why Boots don't fight the guys y'all want him to fight, because they know he gonna get exposed and get put out there too soon. The reason why he got so many fights he got and fighting with competition fight, because they know he's not ready. And Bozy knows he's not ready. That's why they dialing it back. That's why they turning down all these big fights that make sense to us but don't make sense to them. Boots is a fraud, in my opinion. I told y'all I'm comparing him to Adrian Broner, Rain at the smaller weight classes. The minute Boots get in there and start fighting guys similar in size or just as skilled or better, you're going to start seeing a lot of openings that been there. He just been able to get away with it because he was bigger than everybody. Boots, I give him at 154, I think he's decent enough and he cuts enough weight to still have certain advantages, but he getting close to them guys his size. 168, Boots won't dominate now. 168 fighter. He better not go nowhere near that fucking weight class because he's not talented enough to move up and beat those guys up there. All that shit will get exposed and Boots will get his ass knocked the fuck out.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, I know everybody got opinions. That shit sound a little hate, like he had some hate in his heart for Boots. Not talented enough is crazy. Not talented enough to compete at 68 is crazy, bro. Boots just fought Lima, who was bigger than him. Lima was bigger, and that shit didn't matter. Boots got all the talent in the world, bro. All the talent in the world. He just need the opportunity, just like any other fighter, to prove his worth against those top tier guys. You get what I'm saying? I think it's possible for Boots to be exactly the kind of fighter that we all think he is, bro. It's just really it's very simple. I ain't gonna keep like racking my brain about it. It's very simple. Is Eddie Hearn gonna be able to facilitate the opportunities at 54 that he wasn't able to facilitate at 47? He said it. Or it's gonna be just like 47 all over again, people not wanting to fight him. So I don't think it's that as much as I think guys gonna look for the right money to fight him. So Eddie Hearn again. It's all up to what he willing to sacrifice and make happen for his guy. Said Boots suck, huh? Yeah, Boots suck, Michael. They wouldn't have needed 48 months when they was at 47 to fight him. If he sucked. If he sucked, the guy that you saying number one, his trainer and his dad would have said Boots sucked. Neither one of them said that. So I don't know where you get that stuff from, bro. We got to do better, man. You got to think. You got to change the way you think, bro. Why don't we build the fight up so when Virgil fights him, if he beats Boots, then he can get credit for beating one of the best fighters in the world. One of the best, you know what I mean, fighters that we are one of the more dangerous guys, right? One of the guys that you think can go really far if given the opportunity. Why don't we do that? What's wrong with that? Why do we shit on the fighter and then we gonna want to give Virgil credit if he beat him? You know what's really crazy about you saying that about Boots? If Virgil was to fight him after Lubin, there was a fight in their next fight, and Virgil beats him, say he stops him, anything, I guarantee you that'd be the best win on his resume. Jaron Ennis would be the best win on his resume, as would Virgil Ortiz be the best win on Jaron Boots in his resume. So, truth be told, they're perfect dance partners. They need each other, bro. And neither one of them suck. Virgil is an absolute dog. And he's more creative than some people give him credit for. That kid can fight, bro. I love his aggressive nature, even though I think that'll backfire. I think it'll work against him, against Boots. But I love what he brings to the table. Yo, Virgil is an absolute dog. We all should be able to appreciate both of those fighters, bro. My bad, y'all. Yeah, man, I get you. Yeah, a lot of these guys, like, we just be conditioned to talk shit, and I get it, man. Like, but the truth be told, we don't know who the best until they fight each other. But those two dudes are going to be each other. I think a great dance partner for each other. But ultimately, I think Boots' skill set is he brings something different. He got different wrinkles and nuances to his game that I feel like it's not present in Virgil Ortiz's game. But at the same token, Virgil Ortiz does have experience. He's fought better competition respectfully. And I think that can help him out to a degree. But you know how I know, man, skills pay the bills. You know, resumes don't win fights. So, and I think like the same mistake that people made with Crawford, saying he never fought nobody, but not paying attention to how convincingly he was beating these guys that was so-called nobodies, is very similar with Boots. Yeah, you think he fought a bunch of fluff. These names aren't the crazy big names, but he completely annihilating these guys, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, he beating the asses. Like, look what Jay Devil's destruction. Ain't none of us, we thought the fight was going in early, but we ain't talking about no one round. We didn't think that. You know, I did say Castillo Clayton 2.0 though, but that was even worse. I think Castillo Clayton made it the second round. Dude ain't even make it to the second minute. So, yeah, Boots wasn't playing no games with that guy. Boots ain't playing no games, man. You see what he said with Offset. While he's playing during the fight. Man, let's keep going, man. Y'all hit the like button, y'all. We gonna keep going what we do. Going what we do. I gotta see what else I gotta bring up for y'all, man, that y'all might didn't until Shakur. I don't know. I can try to, reach out and see. But last I heard, the last update I got for Everg's was that everything was still positive, right? Like, the negotiations was in good shape. And I know this core, he keeping it close to the vest. He ain't speaking on it too much because I know he want that fight to happen. He don't want to try to ruin it. Man, shout out to my baby girl, the queen, Miss Jusdueboxing. So yeah, my bad. Yeah, I hear it's in good standing. So if I hear anything different, I'll definitely update you. But I do hear it's in good shape. But so far, like, I ain't hearing no negative shit. I ain't hearing T.O. messing this up. I ain't hearing nobody trying to block or stop the fight. I just heard the negotiations is positive and ongoing. Become a world champion. We're gonna try to remember you squared with his pops on camera. Yeah, man. He always coming in here talking about he gonna punch somebody. I'll tell my baby girl, the queen, Miss Jusdueboxing. The mama do of the mama do got that brat. Baby do with her. Oh boy, man, my bad, y'all. Let me keep going. I'm getting distracted a little bit. All right. Yeah, my bad. I'm gonna get back to this. Something else I wanted to talk about. My guy Lamont Roach, man, he did a little interview. Well, he actually did the Last Stand podcast. He did a couple of these joints. Shout out to Lamont Roach, man. He spoke about him and Shakur being damn near done, but until Shakur got the opportunity with Teofimo. So I'm gonna play that because Forever G's did just ask about like the update in that fight. One thing I like to do, I piece little clues together. Sometimes you get information in weird ways in boxing. Like when you hear a guy like Lamont Roach say he was close to fighting Shakur, but Shakur got the opportunity to fight Lamont. T.O., I think that's dope. Shadow boxing, what's good, fam? How you feeling? I think that's good. So it kind of tells me that they still on the same page. I ain't heard nothing bad. I ain't heard T.O. ruined it, like I said. So I'm just hopeful that they make it, man. I don't want to spend too much time trying to break down the fight if it never comes to fruition. But from what I'm hearing, like it's a real possibility of happening. So I just want to see a good fight. Want to see him fight somebody else that want to fight him back, man. T.O. online, T.O. said he gonna put Shakur to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I love to talk. I don't care what he say. Talk all the shit you want. I just want to see fights. I'm not sensitive. I'm not crying and complaining about no shit he talking. I want to see it. So Albert Bell back on the tank and J card. That's dope for Albert Bell. Shout out to Albert Bell too, man. He is the guy that be getting overlooked, man. Slept on. Mine the same year. That's where my mind goes. Reef. You get me? Here with Lamont That's where my mind is at. That's where my mind is at. Like I'm thinking of what could come from the next couple of fights if he can get them. If you can secure a T.O. fight and get a win, right? That's really good for your career, man. Be able to return to 35, fight a guy like Lamont Roach that would be coming off the controversial draw with Tank, but people felt like he won. Say he beat Pitbull Cruz December 6th and then fight Shakur at 35 for his title. That's all great for boxing. I just want to see this shit get to going, man. We need to see these fights, bro. Man, that's good for Albert Bell. Mike Kirkland, peace, bro. How you feeling? Shout out to Keith. What's good, homie? Shakur Roach is a good fight. Absolutely, it is a great fight. Solid gatekeeper. I feel like Roach is more than a gatekeeper per se. He only got one loss, right? I think it remains to be seen how he'll fare against the rest of the top tier guys. Pitbull will be a bit of a test, but Shakur will be the ultimate test. It'll be on that level of a Tank Davis type test. So I think they'd make a really good fight. Shakur respects the talent of Lamont Roach like crazy. So I just want to see good, meaningful fights, man. Lamont need to take full advantage of all the notoriety that came with fighting Tank. And that's what he'd be doing with fighting the likes of Pitbull on pay-per-view. And say you and Shakur get a fight. I'm just looking ahead a little bit, man. It's good fights to be made in boxing. Yeah, man. So y'all double tap your screen, but let's talk about it because Lamont Roach touched on this stuff. They can't be Tank. We all know that, right? Who can't beat him? Who can't beat Tank? I mean, the only way we'll know if they fight, if you talking about Shakur, if Shakur could beat Tank or Lamont Roach, which one are you talking about? Our young guys. That's all I'm saying. Forever G's. Let's get back to boxing. You get me? I just want to see these fights get made. It's time to prove it. And I think with the guys that discuss and fighting each other, they're improving fights. Roach get to prove it against a former Tank Davis opponent that took him the distance, right? That's a good fight for him. Shakur will get to prove it against T.O. You get what I'm saying? And then furthermore, him and Roach could really be a thing down the line. So I don't know, Keith. He fought Tank really, really good the first time, bro. I don't know if he could beat him or not. Because when they fought, it was a draw, right? We can't just say, because I thought he was getting knocked out late. No slight to him. I thought Tank was going to catch him late. He didn't. I don't know. Maybe he might have Tank's number. And when I say number, maybe he might be able to just give him a good fight no matter what. Maybe they fight again and he's able to give him another really good fight. I don't know. Ryan Garcia probably beats Roach. Much bigger body. Ryan Garcia, much bigger body, bro. Much bigger guy. Much bigger guy. Big shout out to my brother Mike Kirkland, man. He said I say it all the time, but thanks for building boxing, man. I appreciate you all the time for constantly supporting me while I build on this boxing. Shout out to everybody that's in the Super Chat, Cash App. I appreciate y'all. We're going to keep building. Make sure y'all double tap the screen. Hit that like button. Man, shout out to Mike Kirkland. 130-pound, possibly the 135 champ. The gatekeeper, yeah, I don't think so. Because arguably, like, look, if Tank would have been penalized for the things that took place in the fight, we'd probably be having a different conversation. There's no knock to Tank. It just is what it is. Lamont Roach deserve everything that he's getting right now. And let's see what he had to say in his interview. Shout out to Fight Hype.
People would consider potentially a 2-division world champion, which he's now going into his 3rd at 140, fighting Pitbull Cruz out in San Antonio on a huge arena. First and foremost, how excited are you actually able to get a fight after just constantly waiting over and over and over?
Man, it's cool, man. I'm actually super excited. I mean, I knew I was going to get in the ring by the end of the year, like I've been telling everybody. You know, it's actually exciting to announce. It's actually exciting to like get in camp for it and get ready to rock and roll.
Now walk me through, like, how did this fight come about? Because I know I saw your cool edit at the restaurant where you had the menus, right? I heard even at the press conference, there was a lady that asked you about a meal and dish, if you were one. So just how did this fight make it out of all those fights?
Well, you know, we had a few options on the table, seeing which way we was going to go. I think our main target and main focus was actually to, you know, fight Shakur Stevenson, who's obviously one of the better or best fighters in the world. And, you know, that just didn't fall through. I think he had some other business with Teofimo, so I hope that fight happens, because I know that's, like, you know, a very fruitful fight for him, and one that I think he'll win. But so that fell out, and then we have, you know, some other options, and it's just like, all right, we're gonna see.
You see, him and Shakur was a thing, a real thing. He said he had a bigger opportunity, obviously, with Teofimo. Something that they still trying to iron out. I can't stress that enough. I hope that fight just gets made and we just get to see the best man win. I think Core gonna beat him.
Ultimately, we picked Pitbull Cruz because, one, he's a champion, intern champion at 140, and that's another notch on my belt. Why not go up another weight class to, you know, cement something in my legacy? Because that's what I've been telling everybody. Like, that's my goal. I want to be a multi-division world champion. I want to be, you know, a unified world champion. So those are things that I want to do. Like, these fights like this are, you know, completing my goals and are good for the boxing world. So, yeah.
You know, you mentioned that you guys strive for the Shakur fight, and so I know it didn't work out, but how close was that? Was that actually something that was...
Man, it's to the point where, like, me too, Mike. You know, there's been talks, there definitely been talks and, you know, plans. Me and him actually talked personally, and it's like, you know, if we can do it, let's do it. So, you know, I think it was just a matter of, you know, what was out there for him. T.O. is obviously a bigger fight for him. I said another week.
That's some real shit. I love it. Going from Tank to Core, but getting shitted on because he doing interviews about one of the biggest fights, the biggest fight in his career. Is weird, yo. We ignore all the boxing and push the narratives. Lamont Roach, a real one. I hope he get every fight he trying to make, just so he could prove his worth and where he belong. Salute to that man, man. He deserve everything he get. And yeah, man, a Blunt. They said, you know, him trying to fight T.O. is not chasing greatness. Matter of fact, they said he cherry picking T.O., which is ridiculous. Crazy.
As well for a championship and obviously probably for more money.
That has to be the fight. That has to be the fight for next year, because if everything works out, he gets past T.O., you get past Pitbull, or even other way around. I mean, if T.O. was happened to beat Shakur, I mean, the winner of that fight, you have to be Like that has to be it, right?
For sure. I like that. I like that for sure. I hope that's my trajectory. And, going into next year, you know, I'm gonna be very successful in my fight. So I'm just, you know, not looking past Pitbull, but you know, I'm definitely looking forward to the future.
Do you think, because you're the favorite in this Pitbull fight, right?
Oh yeah.
That somewhere along the line that someone had to tell Pitbull this is a dangerous
just
fight.
clout chasing,
I mean, I know you probably also told this guy's very
chasing.
aggressive. He comes forward. You know, he's knocked out guys like Rolly, who later went and beat Ryan Garcia. So, I mean,
hell yeah, Mike.
Were you advised that this was a potential difficult fight? And do you think he was also advised that this was a very difficult fight?
I mean, yeah, but what are we in the sport for? We're not here to pick and choose easy fights, or you know what I'm saying, like what would be considered safe. I'm here for the smoke, like, you know what I'm saying, not to be cliche or nothing like that, but that's what I'm on. Like, I'm here to show that I'm one of the best in the world. You know, whether it's a dangerous fight, whether it's a highly competitive skill fight, whatever the case may be, it's either way it's gonna happen.
You know, everyone praises how tough his chin is, right? He don't get hurt.
My real one, man. I think he proved his worth, man. Proved his worth. I hope he just get a chance to continue to prove his worth. Yeah, I think Shakur could frustrate Tio, but Tio could keep things interesting with his athleticism. But ultimately, he relies on it too much. I think that it'll catch up to him.
If he does, he has a poker face. No one can tell. But you seem to be the one that feels like that. Your son's really adorable, man. That you're the one that's able to really show the world that Pitbull can get put on his ass and go to sleep. Why do you feel that you can tame the dog?
Because I'm one of them. Like I'm really a dog. I'm really one of the dogs that's in that ring. And people gonna see December 6th. Like I'm in dog shape. Like I ain't just.
Yeah, he might run into some shit. He definitely.
And Pitbull tend to gas out. Like if he can keep up with getting punched and throwing the motherfuckers back for 12 rounds, I would definitely tilt my hat to them for sure. Like, because it's gonna be it's gonna be a real long.
You think you can discourage him? Because I know he fights, I want to say one-dimensional, but even if he seems to be losing, he's still
Pitbull one-dimensional. So I think it's safe to say that he is. If you don't use a jab, he comes straight forward and he throw all power shots. Pretty one-dimensional.
Just like, you know, like
no slight to him, but he's pretty one-dimensional.
Just a little bit because he couldn't figure it out. Like he couldn't, and he was still coming forward, but still getting punched on. And I think some of those shots were a little heavy. I think Ryo can punch. I think a lot of people think Ryo can punch. So, you know, no matter how tough Pitbull is, like, it's something in that armor that's it's gonna be a chink somewhere, and I'm gonna find it.
You know, mentioning Ryo, he lost to Gary, and I know that it seemed like people were trying to match you with the older Gary, but the younger Gary.
Look, you've seen it first-hand experience when he fought Ryo. When he fought Ryo exploited the hell out of him. He made zero adjustments. He lost the fight. He lost every round pretty much the same way, making no adjustments, no jab, just loading up, getting outboxed consistently in turn. Like, he can't beat none of them top guys. I don't think he'll ever be able to beat the top guys. He'll be able to make interesting fights, tough fights, but true boxers, true well-rounded fighters that got defense and skill set, he won't beat them. He won't beat no elite level talent, in my opinion. Not no boxers. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a certain style. You know what I'm saying? If you can't deal with the pressure, you don't have a boxing ability to deal with the pressure of Pitbull, it could get ugly in there for you. It will get ugly for you. I don't know about walking through him, but I think he can box him and turn him and beat him.
Do you feel like that fight is on the line at a certain point? I mean,
of course, if I win, after I win, yes. What are you gonna say now? That I'm not a threat at 140? Can't say that. I'm in line. Like after I win, I'm gonna be in line to fight the WBC champion. If he's busy, you're gonna be knocking at your door.
Do you see similarities in Pitbull and Gary as in somewhat style as aggressive fighters, or do you see Gary a lot more complex?
He's a lot more skilled than Pitbull. He's a lot more skilled. And I think Pitbull is a lot more.
So too, Mike, you gonna box the hell out of him?
It's like a, you know what I'm saying, like an opposite pole swing and shut the fight. I think Pitbull definitely has a lot more grit than him, and he has a lot more skill than Pitbull. But I'm not saying he's not gritty. Pitbull is just like another level. Like his relentlessness and everything else is like it's a different level.
Do you feel like one's the tougher fight, or just styles, or just they're just different?
Styles make fights. Styles make fights for sure. And we'll see. I have
good, homie.
Do a lot in that ring. So, you know, we'll see how it unfolds when we get in the ring with one another.
My last set of questions is, you got your brother.
Yep.
And you got your stablemate, Ben.
And shout out to Pooh the Kid, man. Look, Lamont, can't wait to see December 6th. Make the most out of that shit. Make people respect you. You know what I'm saying? Go out there, beat Pitbull in a convincing manner. I mean, I guess the only thing you could do is shoot for it, to try to do it easier than Tank did or easier than anybody, right? Hey, Pitbull said he want, I mean, not Pitbull, Lamont said he want to beat Pitbull more convincingly than anybody. Well, he said he's going to beat him worse than anybody he's ever been. You know what I mean? Anybody that's ever beat him, he's going to beat him worse. Going to give him the worst beating he's ever got. So he got an opportunity to prove that. And I don't put it past him. I really think you could take him to school. He really technically sound. He's sharp. Really good decision-making, timing. He got a beard. I think he handles pressure very well. It's going to be interesting to see how he deals with the pressure of Pitbull Cruz, because, you know, Pitbull pressure, he go all out, man. Not everybody can deal with it. You see what happened with Rolly. The interviews, if you listen, you'll think him and Tank never was cool. Just my thoughts on it. I went into it too much. Nah, I think naturally it kind of went cold. It kind of went cold, Pooh, because of, you know, the back and forth between them. Some of the stuff that was said. He said he felt like he was disrespected by the way Tank was saying certain stuff. Then the way they handled business was crazy, but he had said PBC and Al Heyman and PBC had made it right. So he said they fixed Tank mistake. You know what I mean? They basically cleaned up his mistake, and that's what they're supposed to do, being his team. So, and I said it before, man. I thought they threw him a bone, and I still feel that way now. I still feel like they threw him a bone. You get me? They definitely threw him a bone for you get me, for sitting there and dealing with this shit. Like I said, he could have went the legal route, and I think that could have caused more problems than anything, right? But if you got a team that's working for you, they're gonna try to keep things out of the, you know what I mean, out of arbitration or out of the courtrooms and shit like that. And I think they was able to either, I don't know about no step aside, I wouldn't say that, but I don't know if they cut a check for Lamont as well as providing with an opportunity to fight on pay-per-view for the second time in a row. But I definitely think one of the things they did as far as making it right was made sure he had a chance to fight. And Pitbull got a fan base still to this day, right? He still got a bit of a fan base. People rock with him, right? They give him a chance to fight on a big stage, yo. You can't be mad at it. I think it's, you know, Roach looked like he's satisfied with what they was able to do for him. And his run, that run that he's been making, bro, the run with far as like, you know, that run that he's been making to towards you know, being recognized and people just giving him the notoriety that he deserves. I love it. Did a Last Stand podcast. He did an Akin Barak joint today. We might play one of them before we get out of here. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, double tap the screen. Big shout out to my dog, Pooh the Kid. For the Cook My G, I'm listening. They ain't always support, man. Much love. Shout out to Pooh the Kid, man. Pitbull's the gatekeeper, not Roach. Hey, man. You know, he gonna turn into one, man. Because look, he gonna give you a dangerous fight. There's some people that he could beat, but there's some people that he really can't. Right? There's some people that he really can't beat, and he won't beat. And I think I think Lamont Roach will be the guy. He can't. I don't see him beating Lamont. I think Lamont gonna school him, and he gonna be on to the next. I hope he wins, and I hope he makes the next big fight for him. You know what I'm saying? For himself. Hector Garcia, Garwood, Tank, Pitbull, good right. Easy money on Roach. Yeah, man. I think Roach got out boxing. Clean little boxing lesson. A real quick little pit stop. Shout out to the Bud haters, man. Y'all seen Bud courtside? Out there showing Bud mad love, G. Mad love to Bud Crawford, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. Like to see it, love to see it, man. Let's keep rolling, man. I seen somebody post about this Tank and Jake situation, right? And then Jake brought some people in the camp to help him out a little bit, man. I think they get nervous, man. I thought he was a fake fighter, man. Fake fighter out there bringing in real fighters, bro. Montana love in the camp. Montana love. Man. Hey. Hold on.
There you go, just like that. Stand down. Perfect. Just like that, y'all.
Oh, I see Ray Ford. Is that Ray Ford? I ain't nervous. Hey,
there you go, just like that. Stand down. Perfect. Just like that, y'all. Easy job.
He out there putting in that work, y'all. Jake Paul is putting in the work with some real fighters, man. He taking this shit serious, man. And he trolling the whole way. He been trolling the whole way. Montana Love probably gonna be on the card also. I wonder. We ain't seen Montana in a minute, man. I don't know what happened with him, but hopefully you see him again soon, man. It's good to see a little Montana Love sight. And he's talented, man. He just took a couple of tough losses. And people write him off. People have been writing him off crazy. Standing strong, though. F from Ray Sav. Yeah, Ray Sav don't care, man. Look, they arguing about who's being fake and who's doing this and anything to hate on Tank. Yo, it's business at the end of the day. These dudes are in boxing to make money. If you see you get an opportunity to help Jake Paul to a capacity in which it gets you paid and more notoriety and brings awareness or anything, attention to your situation, you do that. Everybody is not a superstar. People are trying to grow, and they're going to set opportunities that make sense for them business-wise, right? Think about it, man. Everybody that's probably working with Jake right now getting some type of check for doing it. It's business. It's not about hating on your favorite fighter, man. Get that high school way of thinking out of here, man. These guys are in the sport to make money. You know what I'm saying? And anytime you can make a free bag with Jake Paul, shit, you going to do it, bro. You're going to do it. Why wouldn't you? You'll be stupid not to. You'll be stupid not to. Tell you how much hate Jake was getting as well, but nobody see the bigger picture because they too busy being mad at the way he got into boxing, JP, instead of looking at it like he got your favorite fighter entertaining him in the ring, in a boxing ring. He got your favorite fighter willing to mix it up and fight him and get in there with him. Get what I'm saying? So you got a super fan tell you they saying he getting 150 million. I don't see that in his future, but whatever. I ain't counting his pockets. I hope he make all the money he want, all the money he desire. Finding with true. Okay. Yeah, get that high school way of thinking. They be thinking crazy. They think everything is about trying to team up against their favorite fighter and beat him. Nobody is trying to, like, we just seen this overreaction with Boots when he went to go spar with Canelo. Ah, man, he a coon. He a traitor. He a sellout. He trying to help the enemy beat Crawford. And then he proceeds to go in there with Crawford and get cooked. Canelo's sparring Boots didn't help him with Crawford, and Jake sparring with, whether it's Raymond Ford or Montana Love, Shakur Stevenson, whoever. None of them guys are just gonna be the reason he beat Tank. Sparring is one thing, work is one thing, but he's just not on the level. He don't have the experience that Tank has. You can't make up for all the experience that Tank has over him in a boxing ring just because you're bringing in certain southpaws or certain fighters. It's not gonna make up for the skill gap, the experience gap. It's just not. The biggest issue for Tank is not letting a guy that's gonna be 200 pounds or 200 plus punch you with anything that's a good shot, because the punishment you take in that fight could be real, man. They out here talking about fake fight, but if he get punched, that shit is gonna be very real, bro. Very real if he get punched. I can't wait to see Jake stretch down the ring. Tank a low key be a hero if he stretch Jake.
Right in the dick. Man, he's finally 6 foot or taller. He'll have a black eye for Showski. Always got a purse. Give him a little lip ring. Maybe some eyeliner. I'm gonna rip this motherfucker's heart out. Here's Johnny.
Man, that's big, man. To be able to fight on Netflix is crazy. I mean, movies be playing on Netflix, bro. You telling me dudes about to get an opportunity to fight on there? Man, shit different, bro. Shout out to Mike Kirkland back in that super chat. He said, respect to Paul getting to the level to even beat Chavez. Chavez was bred to fight facts. He came from the fighting family, Mike. He got that shit in his DNA, in his blood, in his pores, you know, and he went in there and beat him. I don't know. I look at it different with Jake. At first, it annoyed me, and then I think I took my time to try to understand what he was doing. I see it for what it is. I mean, if most people had the opportunity to do what Jake was doing and make the money doing it, they'll do it too. So I ain't mad at him. He passing the ball, sharing the rock, spreading the wealth, providing opportunities, getting people paid, standing tall for women's boxing. Jake don't seem that bad after all, and he seemed like he's gonna be one of the promoters that you talk about. Like they generated over 1 billion views with AI in 6 days. That shit is ridiculous. If that's not moving the needle, then it ain't no such thing. I like Mike Kirkland. Appreciate you, bro. Allows you to train with, or at least you still have to perform. Yeah, you got to perform on fight night, bro. It's like thinking just because you spar with elite guys, now all of a sudden when you get in there with an elite guy, you're going to just beat him. Nah, bro, you still got to perform. You could have did well all training camp and look phenomenal, felt good, and then get in a fight and not feel your best and get beat up. It can happen. That shit happens. That shit happens. It happens more than people realize. So you just never know, man. It's no magical sparring partners that Jake Paul is going to be able to get to beat Tank. It's just not happening. My thing is, I want to see how much he gonna weigh though on fight night. I want to see how much Tank gonna weigh. That's what I want to see. It's a lot of Jakes running around in the Midwest. I'm telling you, dude found a lane in boxing and ran full speed into it. In a unique space where he's a money guy. If somebody would have told you Tank was fighting Jake in 2025 and Jake was going to be the A side, you would have told him bullshit. You would have told him bullshit. You would have told him BS. You get what I'm saying? You'd have been like, BS. That's not, he ain't fighting him. You would have been ready to argue with somebody. But now, look, get what I'm saying? So you just never know. You just never know, bro. Never know. Double tap the screen, man. Let's get the likes up, y'all. If y'all haven't hit the like button, make sure you do. Think Tank going where? Somewhere from 150 to 160-ish. Mike, maybe somewhere around there, anywhere between 150 and 160. I couldn't see him wearing more than that and not looking really odd in there. You know what I'm saying? We've seen Tank kind of blow up in weight. It look a little off, right? You ain't used to seeing him be on no big guy. Yeah, anywhere 150 to 160, JP, I can see it, bro. I can see it. I can see it. Because anything more is just, I think now you start talking about possibly compromising your movement and how you gonna be able to respond with that amount of weight on you. And then you got to deal with a big 200+ pound man throwing punches at you. Yeah, I don't think he could afford to get too big, but he gonna put some weight on because I think it's only right fighting that big ass guy. But let's see. Walk around weight. I mean, yeah, in between camps, it's probably more than people think. You know what I mean? You get a little heavy. You get on the heavy side, man. Or at least he was once upon a time. I mean, I think he's gotten that under control to a degree since then. So, real free. Yeah, it's a crazy weight, but it's for the opportunity shit to make that much money. He putting in some work, man. They say he bulking up. Just hope he don't bulk up too much because that shit ain't gonna be good. But I doubt it, man. He got Calvin, he got a team with him, Calvin, Kenny, helping him out. They gonna guide him. They gonna prepare. They pretty smart at having that man prepared and ready to go. So I expect to see the same on fight night with them. I expect to see the same, but I think that dude really going 150 between 150 plus and 160, something like that. I could feel it. Man, even that though, you gotta think we'd be seeing him at 135, 140, something like to see him at 160, it's gonna be different. Shit gonna look funny. But long as he still got his reflexes and timing and stuff, he should be all right. If he don't, then shit get interesting from there. Shit gonna get really interesting from there. But we'll see. Plug Mike back in. Too much weight, man, packing on. Like, it's gonna be interesting to see because we just seen Crawford put on some weight and he did it the right way. He had ample amount of time to do it though. I don't think Tank had as much time as I think he had as much time as Crawford to put that weight on, but I think that as long as they use the time wisely, they should be fine. They got to use that time wisely though. Got to be smart about it. Got to be smart about it. Got to, man. Y'all hit that like button for your boy. As we about to wrap up, man. Shout out to everybody rocking out with your boy, man. Maybe we'll cover Lamont Roach, one of his interviews tomorrow. Crawford better than I thought he would. Yeah, I'm expecting Charlo type look. I feel you though. I see why you would feel like that though. I see why, but for me, I was like, I was feeling like because of the time that he had and the fact that I know he worked with multiple people, right? The fact that he worked with multiple people, it made me feel like they was gonna approach it more strategically than Crawford. Than Charlo, take it more seriously. And then when I seen the first pictures of the physique, I was like, yeah. I looked at the waistline. I was like, he don't got that love handle that Charlo had. I said, he don't look like no blown up 68-pounder, right? I know guy that just packed on a bunch of pounds of muscle. He didn't look that way. He looked more natural, right? Like if you never seen Crawford fight, and that was your first time seeing him fight when he fought Canelo, you would have thought he'd been at 68. You wouldn't have thought that he had moved up, right? So that's when I knew he was going to do well because I was like, yeah, he ain't compromised at this weight. Canelo, your ass is cooked. You in trouble. 704. Joe, my dog. What it do? What it do? What it do, homie? What it do? What it do? What it do? That be a big Crawford fan, but that man gonna work. Yeah, he gonna put that work in, yo. He gonna put that work in. I mean, look, while we here, you know what I'm saying? Because we toward the end, while we wrapping up, let's talk for a minute. Look, I was on record for calling Crawford. I was talking that duck talk. I was talking about him not fighting Earl Spence. I was talking about him taking the easy route. I was pushing a lot of that same dumb shit until I educated myself, right? I was talking crazy. I was letting people convince me like, yeah, damn, this dude really don't want to fight. And it never was that. So once I educated myself, I made sure that I would never be one of those guys on the sideline just sounding like another hater of this dude. Like you should be it should get to a point in boxing where you can give people credit for the work that they put in. And Crawford make a lot of people uncomfortable because he proved you wrong. Every single time you get in the ring, he end up proving you wrong. You say he can't do something, he end up doing it. You get what I'm saying? Crawford just a different guy. Special breed, if you ask me, man. You know, special breed. That dude is a beast. I just don't see. I thought he would be more appreciated around boxing than what he is, but I was wrong as hell. Man, I was wrong. They do not care. They do not care. Do not care for no Crawford, bro. They don't want to give that man no credit for nothing. They like, man, I told you yesterday was the first time I heard that he wasn't an undisputed champion. Somebody said he wasn't a three division undisputed champion. He was a 3-division undisputed belt holder. I'm like, damn, that's tough, man. That's tough. You go out there and prove something, and then people still won't give you credit for it. Well, let's wrap up while we get to some of these clips. Let me play another joint from Breadman. I meant to play this when he went on YSM to talk. Y'all double tap that screen if y'all haven't, man.
Not much, man. Playing a little basketball. Love it, man. So obviously you were.
Let's see, 704. You real enough to say it. I'm real enough to say that I was talking that Daffy Duck, Donald Duck, Huey, Dewey, Louie. I was talking that stupid shit for a while. But then I stopped the nonsense after I realized that I'm falling into the trap and I'm not staying consistent with the message that I put out there for the people. And that's giving boxing its just due. I can't be just due if I pick and choose who I give their just due. So my approach gonna always be give guys the credit that they earn. And when you see Terence Crawford go out there and be a damn champion in 5 different divisions, what I look like getting on my panel or my channel or my platform talking about, yeah, man, he not no 3-division undisputed champion. Knowing he is, but you trying to be technical, like, oh, well, he didn't defend it. I don't care about that. Usyk ain't defend undisputed at cruiserweight. He ain't even defended at heavyweight. And he still looked at his 2-time undisputed, right? So it's like we got to stop conditioning our minds to take credit from people that deserve it. You know what I mean? Big shout out to Official Everything for that dub, man. He said Tank opponents and just as much or more than Tank before the knockouts. And Tank going there letting Jake land on him. This cannot be a real fight, bro. Nah, he can't let him. Nah, because Official Everything, man. 200+ man punching you. A guy that fight at lightweight and gonna put on a bunch of weight on the night. Nah, it won't be good. So it's not a real fight in terms of sanction, right? But the possibility of somebody being able to get hurt, whether that's Jake or Tank, is there, is all I'm saying. Sanction fight? No. Is it count on the records? No. Are they going to do some scripted bit? That remains to be seen. Some people think they will. I don't know. I don't see Tank like laying down for the script, right? I don't see him doing no shit like that. So I think if he getting the opportunity, he going to take advantage. And the same thing with Jake. Much love to my dog, Official Everything. Appreciate that.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Big shout out to my boy, man. So yeah, man, it's a tricky fight, man. It's one of those ones where you just want to be smart if you Tank, from putting the weight on to the approach to the fight, taking them serious, not underestimating them because you know it's a skill gap. It's a lot, right? You just can't fall victim. Don't be stupid. Cross your T's, dot your I's. Treat Jake like he a world champion. Shit, you get me? And I think if people go out there and they see some type of show that's entertaining and free, you know what I'm saying, with real boxing fights on it, I think they'll be all right. If y'all did not hit that like button, yo, make sure y'all do. It's free. Double tap the like button, hit that screen, support the channel. We're going to keep chopping it up for a bit before we get up out of here. We in the 9th inning and we rocking. You smell me, my peoples? Call Crawford a coward when he cooked the great ammunition fight. Nah, because it's just certain things at the time, Mike, it just seemed a little off. You like, bro, you could be fighting this dude while you ain't fighting him. Right? Why you gonna walk away from negotiations and you get what I'm saying? Why you gonna walk away from negotiations and fight a lesser guy? But I think it was like playing chess. He like, okay, I'm not getting what I want right now. They ain't budging. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go make me another fight. In the meantime, I'm gonna stay active, get paid again, get another win, and then I'm gonna revisit this. And I think he gambled and bet on himself, and that shit worked out. Shout out to my dog Allen. What's good with it, bro? So I think that's how it worked for him. Man, that's funny. Wow. Shout out to my dog Allen. Appreciate you, man. So yeah, man, we always getting caught up in that stuff, right? But I just think ultimately it was about trying to take the time to understand them, right? And when I look at it in the long run, that's what Bud was doing. He was playing chess. He was playing chess, and I think he seen it. I think he used the first, and this is my opinion, right? I think he used the first initial negotiations. He gauged it. He used it to kind of figure out how bad Earl wanted to fight, and I think he felt like he had time to go make another fight in between while they figuring out if they're gonna give him what he want. Beat Buddy up, picked up the negotiations, and then the rest is history. Bud ended up looking like a genius in the end. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people hate him, don't like his moves, question him. But the results are the results. Can't argue the results. He was highly successful. And he did it his way against all odds with people counting him out and constantly saying he ain't never proved nothing or fought nobody. And look where that got him. Look where that got him at. You get what I'm saying? And then the two biggest, most important fights of his career, he won convincingly. They didn't even look like tough fights to him. Canelo didn't look like no overly tough fight, and neither was Earl. So I think when you're able to make your biggest challenges not look like challenges, it speaks volumes to the kind of fighter you are. He fought Victor Postal, an undefeated guy that was looked at as a beast. The way he beat him so convincingly, like his biggest fights, he really has shown the ability to be able to make a guy look very ordinary. When he fought the gold medalist coming up, that people just overlook, Felix Diaz, he beat the shit out of this dude. A whole gold medalist made him quit in the ring. Like, dude did he beat a lot of ass, man, if you watch the career carefully through Bud Crawford, man. Beat a lot of ass, bro. And yeah, man, if y'all ain't double tap that screen, man, make sure y'all do. Hit that like button as we wrap up another build, man. We running through the week. Seem like the week going by fast. It's Wednesday already. Tomorrow, Thursday. We've been building, giving boxing its just due, and that's what we're gonna keep doing, man. So then hit that like. Y'all out here taking the likes back, man. What y'all doing, man? Who unlike the stream? Y'all terrible, man. Nasty work, man. Unliking the stream is nasty. But we're gonna keep doing what we do, man. But look, shout out to everybody, man. This was a dope build. We're gonna revisit some things tomorrow, man. Talk about some of this, some of these interviews that Lamont Roach did. If there's some new information in it, we'll cover it. And we're gonna keep building, man. Shout out to everybody that pulled up, hit that like button, supported the grind. I appreciate y'all. Y'all already know how we do. Make sure y'all enjoy this good Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? And just keep building. But hold on. I gotta play this video from this goofy dude, man. Somebody has sent me this. Let me play this.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. Don't ever let anyone make you feel ashamed because you want to see entertaining fights, because you want to see knockouts. You want to see the best versus the best. Don't ever do that. It's your money. It's your time. You could be home with your wife and kids, and you spend your time at that stadium or that arena. You should expect the best. If some boxer's saying you don't know boxing, and if you feel it's boring, say it's boring. It's your time and money. Don't let them bully you. They don't pay your bills. You're paying their bills. You're paying their bills. You're paying the promoter's bills. You're paying the boxer's bills. Don't ever let them make you feel ashamed because you want to see entertaining fights. I'm tired of this. These boxers, they like to play a facade. They'll say everyone's ducking them. And then they pull out, then when you expect them to fight the best, they put on a shit show. People should be applauding what Jaron Ennis, and people say I'm making fun of his name. I'm not. What Jaron Ennis did last night. He knocked out someone that was not supposed to be on his level. He gave the fans what they wanted. That's what you should be expecting from all these boxers. That's why people like Gervonta Davis. When he sees lesser than opposition, he knocks them out. He doesn't do a Shakur, goes 12 rounds, runs and hides from them because he's scared. He doesn't do that. He's that's what I'm saying. Don't ever let anyone make you
run
feel
for
ashamed
12 rounds. I ain't seen a fight yet where he ran.
I seen women talking about the Jaron Ennis fight. Have I ever seen any woman talk about Shakur Stevenson? No. And don't tell me, oh, that boxer.
You probably don't know. He probably don't know too many women.
She kisses ass. She's like, can I get a VIP pass? I want to take pictures. That's why she's complaining. I don't get into this BS drama. That's why that girl is having arguments with her. Troll. I don't know if that guy's a co-podcaster. There was another guy that was supposed to be on her page, and all of a sudden, that girl's kicking her out. He's kicking the dude out because she wants all the spotlight.
He look like he don't know too many women.
Take that picture and do your job. You shut up and take that picture.
And called the chick a bitch. It's wild.
Just because you kiss Shakur's ass doesn't mean I have to kiss Shakur's ass. Doesn't mean my brother has to kiss Shakur's ass. Doesn't mean people that are in my messages. I got people that are women that comment to me and say, you know what, keep going. I'm respecting you. You have a lot of courage. Has Shakur ever had a female say, I want to see a Shakur fight? No. That's why you don't get that money. That's why he has to kiss Turkey's ass. When Turkey Al-Sheikh tells Shakur Stevenson, go apologize on Twitter, Shakur has to do it. These people are idiots, because that's his only lifeline. That's the only time he'll get big money. So I'm saying this again. Don't ever let anyone make you feel ashamed of you watching entertaining fights. This is your time. You should want that. Period. Don't ever let anyone do that. That's why I'm doing this. I'm not doing these videos to get paid. I'm not doing these videos to kiss ass to promoters. I post these videos
he is not invited to the cookout, man.
People that can't speak. I should post my messages. There's people saying, you know what? I don't feel confident doing it, but I give you respect for you saying these messages. I got that from men and women. And I don't even cheat on my wife. I'm a good, loyal man. That's why people follow me, because I'm a loyal man.
This guy's a damn
idiot.
Respect
that. They like me speaking facts about this industry. They're not like, I'm not out here.
They think their opinions might matter more than the reality.
Or be like that girl video, or there's a bunch of them. There's two of them. I'm not gonna say both of their names. You know who I'm talking about, and I know you know what I'm talking about, because you guys stop talking about me. Stop talking about me. You don't know me. You don't know me. There's two of them. And look, I ain't gonna say nationalities. All I gotta say is if you're going to kiss ass to a boxer, fine. Go kiss that boxer's ass. But some of these people, they want to spend money and watch good fights. Much respect to Jaron Ennis. Jaron Ennis is trying to be a household name. He ain't trying to kiss ass like Shakur Stevenson. He ain't trying to pull facades like Keyshawn Davis and like come in overweight. You know, whenever he's an elite opposition, for some reason he can't get that fight made. So stop it. Stop it. I'm saying it. Stop it. You don't know me. Stop it.
Yeah, these dudes be bad for boxing. He just sat up there and said a bunch of nothing. And then he disrespected one of the chicks that be I think she take pictures for Shakur Mills. Right, what it do, homie? I think she take pictures for him or something like that. But they ended up responding to him. I don't know. I came across this stuff because people started like sending it to me, and I started coming across the post where he just be talking crazy. He ended up apologizing. He did a video. I'm trying to pull up the video where he apologized. It's another short one, but I don't even know if to take this dude serious. Is he trolling or is he dead ass? I don't even know. I don't know if he trolling or what, but people cannot like shed a light. Like you should be able to talk about how exciting Boots is without mentioning Shakur. You should be able to talk about how great Tank Davis is without mentioning Shakur, vice versa. You should be able to highlight how great another fighter is without downplaying the next man. But most of these guys can't do it. And this was his response video because they got on his helmet and told him to keep it boxing and not to disrespect the queen because he referred to her as a bitch in that video. But this was his response video.
All right, so I really just want to apologize to every single woman that felt disrespected and felt hurt by those comments. I don't talk to women like that, and to tell you the truth, I don't really disrespect women like that. I don't even speak to my wife like that, and I just felt that it was wrong. And any woman that's in any type of industry, whether you're a photographer, whether even if you're a couple,
you got a wife,
you know, I respect
crazy times,
I don't care whether you get paid low, get paid high. I respect all women. I respect women's boxing. I respect women that are in this industry, and because to tell you the truth, like,
good way to try to walk it back, Baldy.
That watch my videos that don't really comment and they send me messages, and some of them are
shout out to the fan, man. If you didn't hit that, if you didn't double tap that screen, make sure you do. We wrapping up, man. It's the last of the last. I appreciate y'all rocking out to the end of the show as always, man. We're gonna be back tomorrow to build more boxing.
And I had to definitely make an apology. This is for her, but this is for all the women. And I will say this, that there are very talented photographers in this industry. There are women that have amazing boxing podcasts.
Yeah, I don't care. He apologized. He walked it back. That's what talking crazy get you. That's what talking crazy get you. Nowhere fast, G. Nowhere fast. You feel me? You got to kiss ass. Why apologize? Right. He should have stood on what he said, calling people bitches, old weirdo. But much love to y'all. Lastly, I will play this clip on the way out.
Sometimes they fall.
I used to kill snakes, so y'all better be chilling over there. Yeah, chill. I'm not messing.
All right. You don't mind if we chuck these on you, do you?
Yeah, no, don't put it on me. I hold it, but I see the, man, listen. I see the, no.
Oh, look, it's going over.
I know.
So I'll hold some with you.
I see the times where they be here, come and get this thing. Come on, man.
They laughing, Bud. Serious. Come on, man.
He tightening up on my arm and stuff. Yeah. Good snake. Good snake. Yeah, we don't play with snakes like that. My son had a snake, and I barely messed with it. All it take is whoop. I'm telling you. Y'all playing with fire.
How'd you quit? You can do it. Make it.
All right, y'all got the picture. Let's get the turtles out. And the frogs.
Yo, Bud, you gotta like the dude, bro. Got to. He's a funny guy, man. Bud, shout out, bro. But again, man, this was a fun live. Always a dope build over here. Shout out to my brother, man. Always supporting big time, man. So before you go, Just, I like to see a lot of talking heads, lungs hot and a good scrap. Hold on. See a lot of talking heads, lungs hot and a good scrap. See how much they want to talk then. Oh, yeah. Hey, listen. I say it, man. The most of these guys that talk crazy like this, and be just talking heads, bro, they can't run a mile, can't box around, throw a jab, hit a bag for a couple rounds, none of that. These dudes just be out of shape and running their jigs. it's really wild when you think about it. You know what I'm saying? It's really wild how people, how aware people are, man, and how much they talk, not realizing and taking into account how difficult this shit really is. But double tap the screen, y'all, if you didn't. I don't know who unlike, man. Y'all is terrible, man. Terrible, terrible, terrible. But all these talking heads, man, when they fatigue, tired, see how they talk, see how they're able to protect themselves, and they'll start having different assessments of these fighters and what they think of them. I could guarantee that. That I could guarantee. That I know. But again, I appreciate the love and support, man. Everybody that tuned in for another build, for another, show to Get Boxing Is Just Do. Much love to y'all. Make sure I enjoy the rest of this good Wednesday. We're going to be back tomorrow, 4 p.m. to build on this boxing like we always do. Much love. Shout out to my brother, Mike Kirkland. Appreciate you as always, family. And I'll see all of y'all tomorrow. Peace to the...
Representing Brick City, Shakur!
Finding those levels, too. Look at that four-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. And Shakur meets him with straight left hand.
Oh, there's a knockdown scored with the left hand.
Right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother Just Due.